One day in history, someone asked God, give me a home where the buffalo roam, and thus God made McAlester. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the start of the 2022 season here at brand new Mike Deek Field. I'm Brandon Green, the voice of the Buffaloes, and I'll be covering the McAlester baseball team all throughout the season, and we're going to be starting here against the Sallisaw Black Diamonds here on what's becoming a sunny Saturday. Well, we're looking at the temperature at 68 degrees, could reach up to 73 degrees by the time this game ends, and the winds have been howling. Right now, about 14 miles per hour. It's shifted now over towards the north, which means that it's blowing out towards left center field. So if you're a righty today, then it looks like that you have the wind at your back and a chance to maybe drive this one out of the park. So again, we are playing the Sallisaw Black Diamonds. It's also their season opener according to OSSAA rankings. And yes, we have a new turf field. If you've been around Mike Deek Field over the last, 7-8 months, and you know that they've been working on a new turf field over here at Mike Deek Field. And if you can come on out here, then you need to do so because it is absolutely gorgeous. You need to see it with your own eyes. And I love the additions of the McAlester logo on each side of the home plate. And, it's absolutely fantastic, and it's going to be able to help us out a lot in tournament play, including the McAlester Shootout and now the Junior National Classic that's going to be played in June. So, as we are making our way towards first pitch, let's go ahead and let's preview the season for your McAlester Buffaloes, led by a brand-new head coach, Justin Mullins. He's been around the program a lot, though. He's the assistant athletic director, a 1995 McAlester High School graduate, and a Southeastern Oklahoma State graduate. He played ball here, 20 years in education here, has coached many Buffalo teams in baseball and football in different titles. Kurt Dixon is the new head assistant coach whose specialty is working with pitchers, and he's coached some college ball as well. And A.J. Mason comes back to the team, and Troy Meadows. That will round out the coaching staff for your McAlester Buffaloes. McAlester returns a lot of players from last year when they went 18-14 in 32 games, including Leighton Bass, who has been the leadoff man for really the last 4 years and led the team in stolen bases and also in hit by pitches and batting average with runners in scoring position. Gage Dollins is back. Ethan Gillespie is back. As you're looking at the Buffaloes, they did lose Blake Martin, who led the team in innings pitched at 55 1/3 and was 5-4 with some clutch moments on the bump, but he was really the only major statistical loss from last year. McAlester brings back 13 players that were major contributors, and at times the starting 9. They retain 5 starters from 2 seasons ago, so there is experience galore on this 2022 squad. The lineup should be solid nearly through its entirety. Pitching depth will be key, and throwing strikes will also be key. 5 of the 8 pitchers from last year had more walks than strikeouts, so that is something that we need to look at as we go throughout the year, is if this pitching staff will be able to throw strikes and get it over the plate. But we are going to be having a pitcher today that knows how to do it. Gale Prather will be on the mound for the season opener. He was 2-0 last year in 12 innings pitched, a 2.33 ERA. He had 17 strikeouts to only 6 walks, and the opponent's batting average was .265. But they're playing a team that's had McAllister's number. The Sallisaw Black Diamonds beat McAlester last year twice, both in run rule fashion, 12-3 and 16-0. And in that 16-0 game, that was the regular season finale over here at Mike Deek Field, in which McAlester committed 7 errors and they only had 1 hit. Again, the Black Diamonds, they were 27-15 last year and 1 game away from the state tournament. McAlester was a couple of games away. They did end up getting to play Bishop Kelly for a chance to maybe go to an elimination game for Bishop Kelly as well when they hosted the regional, but they just came up a couple games short of the state tournament. McAlester trying to get to the state tournament for the first time in a decade since 2012. And what's at stake in this game? It is the first game. You need to be able to start off your season with a little bit of momentum, even though this is not a district game, as Sallisaw is in Class 4A while McAlester is in 5A. You always want to start off the season with the W. You always want to start off the season with some momentum as you go towards district play a little bit later on. McAlester, they did have a key player in Bryson Martin who led the team in batting average and also in extra base hits. He did suit up today because they did have pictures before they started warming up, but I don't know if you're going to expect him to play today. He just played in a basketball game just a little over 12 hours ago over in Cleveland, Oklahoma. So don't expect him to possibly play today, but he is suited up, so you never know what's going to happen. Anyway, looking at the McAlester Buffaloes, let's go ahead and let's look at the 2 starting lineups for both teams. Starting with the Sallisaw Black Diamonds, actually, first. 1 through 9, it looks like this. Leading off, the shortstop, number 21, Isaac Sizemore. Sizemore at short. Batting second, the second baseman, number 4, Jake Craighead. Craighead at second. Batting third, the pitcher, number 16, Brock Strine. Strine on the bump. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, number 32, Ty McHenry. McHenry over at first. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 11, Charlie Martin. Martin in right field. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 18, Parker Jackson. Jackson at the hot corner. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 10, Riley Scavo. Scavo in left field. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 9, Braxton Lamb. Lamb behind the plate. Batting ninth, the center fielder, number 8, Cole Stevens. Stevens in center field. And that will round out the starting 9 for the Black Diamonds. For your McAlester Buffaloes, they look like this 1 through 9. Leading off, the center fielder, number 3, Leighton Bass. Bass in center. Batting second, the right fielder, number 4, Zach Freestad. Freestad over in right field. Batting third, the catcher, number 7, Ethan Gillespie. Gillespie behind the plate. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, number 24, Gage Mullins. Mullins at first. Batting fifth, the shortstop, another Gage, number 1, Gage Dollins. Dollins at short. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 15, Seth Sam. Sam at the hot corner. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 8, Trent Boatwright. Boatwright at second. Batting eighth, the DH, number 5, Caden Lesnow. Lesnow, the DH for the left fielder, number 9, Jackson Lowerman. Lowerman in left field. And rounding out the starting 9 on the bump for your McAlester Buffaloes, number 11, Cale Prather. Prather on the mound for the black and gold. So we have the referees I'm still in basketball mode. We have the umpires starting to make their way out onto the field here, and we're going to take a break. You're listening to McAlester Basketball.
A penny doesn't get you much these days, but at Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester, your penny goes a long way. Because right now at Patriot, you can get into any vehicle on the lot for just 1 penny down. Let me do that again. 1 penny down. And yes, that includes the 1-ton pickups. Not only that, but if you mention this ad, you'll get $2,500 cash. Only at Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs, whether residential or commercial. First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. For membership information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford here in McAlester.
First Realty
it's no
has
secret
helped the
that new
residents
vehicles are hard to come by, and some dealers are charging thousands over MSRP. So you are paying extra just to do business with them. Well, that just doesn't sound right to me. So to take care of our customers, we haven't raised our prices, period. And with over 200 vehicles to choose from, we are bound to have what you are looking for, or we'll order it for you at no extra cost. So come see us here at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in beautiful McAlester and let us make it happen for you.
Best Western Inn of McAlester. Traveling through McAlester or need accommodations for out-of-town guests? Best Western Inn of McAlester and American Lodge and Suites are both locally owned by the Freestad family for many years. Both offer comfort and convenience at affordable prices. Best Western Inn of McAlester and American Lodge and Suites are located on the 69 Bypass in McAlester.
B&B Outdoor Innovations, LLC is licensed to do weed control and fertilization. We can also clean out your flower beds and plant new flowers plus other landscaping needs. Plus trim your trees and check your drainage systems to stay ahead of the spring storms. We offer commercial and residential services. Public service pros and military get a 10% discount. See us on Facebook and at bnbouttoorinnovations.com. We are insured and a first responder owned and operated business. Call 918-730-1594. We sell firewood.
Welcome back to Mike Deek Field here in McAlester, Oklahoma, here for the season opener between your McAlester Buffaloes and the Sallisaw Black Diamonds. Mr. Larry Barnett is reading off the starting lineups. We already did that. Both teams are wearing pinstripe bottoms. McAllister's wearing the pinstripes all the way from shoulders to toes, and they're also wearing their black and gold hats with the gold MB on the front. For the Sallisaw Black Diamonds, they're wearing their black uniforms with the black numerals with the white bordering over it. And for their white hats, they have a black San Diego type logo. If you've ever seen the San Diego Padres logo, that's the way that it looks like. And it's kind of interlocking there. And they're also wearing stirrups. Some McAlester Buffaloes wearing stirrups as well, but it looks like every member of the Black Diamonds are wearing stirrups. So they are calling out the Buffaloes to their respective positions, and they're running out there and getting ready for the national anthem, as Old Glory is definitely flying. It is blowing out towards center field today, so it looks like it's going to be a hitter's day at the ballpark.
Batting seventh, the second, number 8, Trent Boatwright at second. Batting ninth, your pitcher, number 11, Cale Prather on the mound. Playing left field, number 9, Jackson Lauerman, and left.
Again, that's going to round out the starting 9, and here is the national anthem. All right, we're about ready to go here in Mactown, USA. So, Ethan Gillespie will make his way behind the plate, and once again, let's look at the defensive alignment for your McAlester Buffaloes. Again, behind the plate, Ethan Gillespie. At first base, Gage Mullins. Second base, Trent Boatwright. At shortstop, Gage Dollins. At third base, Seth Sam. In the outfield, left to right. In left field, you got Jackson Lauerman. At center field, you got Leighton Bass. And in right field, you got Zach Freestad. On the mound for your McAlester Buffaloes is the righty Cale Prather. Prather last year had a record of 2-0 in 12 innings pitched. He had a 2.33 ERA, and he knew how to throw strikes for sure. He had 17 strikeouts to 6 walks and .265 batting average against the righty. Again, Cale Prather, he is a athlete that's going to go be playing football at the next level. He signed on to go play football at Oklahoma Baptist University, so he'll be doing that in the fall in Shawnee, Oklahoma. Again, the first 3 batters that he will be greeted by will be Isaac Sizemore, Jake Craighead, and Brock Strine. So with the turf field means that you're never really going to get a bad hop, but also at the same time it means that it is going to be coming at you fast if you're in the infield. Another thing that you might be able to worry about is judging the ball in the outfield. If there's going to be a hit out over towards you, you could see possibly balls that hit the outfield grass, or rather in this instance now turf, and pop over the head of the outfielder. So that's going to be something that we need to look out for today. Not a ton of fields, high school fields in Oklahoma have turf fields, so McAlester is one of the lucky few. It ends up being able to let you recover from rainstorms and everything else when you have turf fields like this. Yeah, so all the dirt is gone. It's all now turf. So Prather has finished up his warm-ups. Gillespie threw it down over to second base. And we're about to have the first pitch of the 2022 season with Isaac Sizemore, the righty, shortstop number 21. He'll dig into the box. Sam over at third place will play even with the bag. Prather working out the stretch. He comes set, kicks, fires, and the first pitch of the season is going to be a dribbler down the third base line, foul, and that is how the 2022 season begins. It is baseball time in the Heartland. Isaac Sizemore, last year against McAlester in the 2 games that they played, went 2 for 8 with 3 RBIs against the Buffaloes. He's playing a little bit up in the box. The 0-1 pitch. Going to be a pop-up right side of the infield, staring into the sun. Now it makes his way towards the middle of the infield, and Gage Dollins, falling down, makes the grab for out number 1. With the wind blowing the way that it is, and now the sun shining, I mean, as soon as that ball got hit, it seemed like the clouds parted and the sun started shining down. And Dollins was able to find that one and make the grab just beyond the pitcher's mound. So it's out number 1 here in the top of the first inning, and that brings up Jake Craighead, second baseman number 4. First pitch to Craighead is going to be a line drive, deep left center field. Tracking it down is Lauerman, and it's going to get into the alleyway. It's going to bounce all the way towards the fence, and it's going to bounce off of it. Bass will get it in, and that's going to be a 1-pitch double for Jake Craighead.
Now batting the pitcher, Brock Strain.
So, score is still 0-0 here in the top of the first inning, but there's the first hit given up by the Buffaloes this year. A double by Jake Craighead, and that brings up Brock Strine, the pitcher number 16 today. Playing a little bit further back in the box, another righty here for the Black Diamonds. Prather looks down his runner over at second base and delivers. This one's going to miss up high for ball 1. Again, wind blowing out to center field, and it's blowing at about 15 to 20 miles per hour right now. So if you get it up in the air, there's a good chance it could travel out. Big lead over at second base by Craighead. And he'll take off for third. Here's the pitch. It's going to be fouled backwards. And that will even up the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. We got ones across the board with 1 runner over at second base. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And we're going to have Dollins go speak with Prather. I think he's going to mention about how the runner at second base had a good, 7-8 foot lead. Looked like he could have taken off for third and got that one, as he did try taking off for third earlier. Another pretty big lead. Prather will step off the rubber. Getting count is 1-1. Brock Strine up over at the plate. The delivery, curveball, that'll be fouled straight back, and that will put Prather ahead in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Strine last year against the Buffaloes went 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs. He has a runner in scoring position right now as Prather steps off the rubber once more. Count 1-2 here on this opening day in the top of the first inning. Prather kicks and fires. The 1-2 as the runner takes off for third again, and this one's going to be fought off. Fouled over towards the Hughes Fieldhouse. Count remains 1-2. Had Strine out in front with the bender, but he's able to fight it off to keep himself alive. Another really big lead over at second base by Craighead. He's tried taking off for third a couple times, as Prather will use a spin move and keep Craighead honest over there at second. One and two once more. Here in the top of the first inning, no score. The pitch, fastball, catching the lower outside edge of the zone for strike 3. Got him looking. Bringing the heat was Cale Prather after throwing a couple of off-speed pitches. And he froze Brock Strine. And that brings up Ty McHenry. McHenry batting out of the cleanup spot. He's got a runner over at second, and he was a Buffalo killer last year. We'll mention that here after this pitch. Prather, the pitch. Maybe I won't. Grounder left side. Great move by Dollins. He won't be able to throw it anywhere. Tries throwing over to third as the runner kind of went forward. Again, it took a big hop. Dollins was able to keep it in the infield, but he had no throw over at first base as McHenry was almost already there. So that moves the runner over to third base, and McHenry will go over to first. McHenry, by the way, last year was 4 for 6, so now he's 5 for his last 7 against McAlester. He had 3 RBIs last year, including a 2-run bomb. Now Charlie Martin comes up with the runners at the corners with 2 outs in the top of the first inning, no score. First pitch is runner takes off for second, going to miss up high. Gillespie throws down over to second, is going to get by. Runner tries taking off for home. Boatwright, the throw to the plate is not in time. They're going to say he slid underneath the tag. So McHenry goes over to second after the ball dribbled past the second base bag. Boatwright threw the ball, looked like on time, but they're going to say he slid underneath the tag for the first run of the game here in the top of the first. Count is 1-0 on Charlie Martin with 2 down. Next pitch will catch the outside corner, and that'll be strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two down here in the top of the first. Buffaloes trail. Prather, the curveball. Good pitch. Got him out in front. Pulled the string on him. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Buffaloes trying to keep the damage at only 1 run. With the runner at second. Here's the 1-2. Runner takes off for third. It's going to be a pop-up. Shallow center field. Bass looks like he's in the range, and he'll make the catch for out number 3. So we head to the bottom of the first after the Black Diamonds score 1 run as your Buffaloes trail. You're listening to McAlester Baseball here on KNED.
The Tax Time Savings Event is going on now at Vickers Furniture. Make your tax refund go farther at Vickers. A sofa, love seat, and recliner combo is only $13.28. A dining room set reduced to only $6.88. Save money on all Serta mattresses. Don't forget, 18 months zero interest financing is available. The Tax Time Savings Event at Vickers Furniture, 215 South 2nd, McAlester.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Max's Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on? We can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed and estimates are free. OK Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great season.
I was looking for a bank that actually cared about me. Had checking, savings, and loan options that catered to my needs and was locally owned. Because I'm all about keeping my money in our town. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in banking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Fenton Nissan of McAlester, our commitment to service and customer satisfaction is still as strong today as it was in 1950. Over 60 years in the auto industry, and we still believe there is nothing better than best. The best product and the best deal. It's not about how many vehicles we can sell or service. It's about being passionate about customer service and helping others. We're willing to go that extra mile every time, and we love talking with people from all walks of life who have different interests, needs, and expectations. Come see us at 1441 South George Nye Expressway in McAlester.
Welcome back to Mike Deek Field here in McAlester, Oklahoma. Leighton Bass leading off the home half of the first for your McAlester Buffaloes as they trail 1-0 against Sallisaw. Brock Strine on the bump brings in the heater with the first pitch down and outside, catches the zone for strike 1 as Bass showed bunt. Around the diamond for the Black Diamonds. Lamb behind the plate, McHenry at first, Craighead at second, Sizemore at short, and Jackson at third. Mention the outfield here after this pitch. The 0-1 will be a grounder. Up the middle. That one's going to get into the outfield. That's a leadoff base hit for Leighton Bass. Doing what he does best, getting on base. Had a near 500 on-base percentage last year, and I love these new walk-up songs. The walk-up song for Zach Freestad is Stacy's Mom. Runner at first base here for the Buffaloes and plenty of speed with them. Leighton Bass in center, or rather in the outfield, you got Scavo in left, Stevens at center, and Martin over in right. Again on the mound for the Black Diamonds, Brock Strine. Bass takes off for second, pitches outside. The throw over to second is not in time, and it gets into the outfield. Bass will stay where he's at. So Bass gets into scoring position as he swipes second base. He had 20 stolen bases last year. He gets his first one of 2022. Led the team in stolen bases. Freestad against the Black Diamonds last year went 1 for 4. 244 batting average last year for the Buffaloes. The 1-0 is going to be cut on and missed for strike one. Count evens up at 1 ball, 1 strike. McAlester has the tying run in scoring position over at second base. Freestad also had a 370 on base percentage, 7 RBIs as well, and he had a 350 batting average with runners in scoring position. The 1-1 will miss low and inside. Bass will try to take third base, and it's not going to be in time on the throw over to third. It got away from the catcher Lamb by just a little bit, and it was just enough for Bass to be able to take third and get 90 feet away from tying up the game. Count moves to 2-1. Freestad, the righty, talking about his batting average with runners in scoring. 7 out of his 11 hits last year came with runners in scoring position. The 2-1 will be a fastball up high. It was tempting to Freestad, and he swung on and missed. Count evens up at 2-2. With the speed of Bass, all you really got to feel like is if you can get this one in play to anyone other than the pitcher or the catcher, you feel like he can score. The 2-2 is going to be fouled off into the McAlester dugout. Keep your head on a swivel there. Count stays at 2-2. On deck for McAlester is Ethan Gillespie, who had a heck of a season last year. We'll talk about it when he comes up. Strine working out the stretch with the runner over at third. Will come set and deliver the 2-2. Curveball, got him looking. Strike 3, and that'll be out number 1 here in the bottom of the first inning. Buffaloes are trailing 1-0 with the runner over at third base and 1 out. As up comes Ethan Gillespie, and we mentioned about how he had a great season last year. 395 batting average, led the team in on-base percentage at 536. Led the team in RBIs with 45, had 7 home runs, led the team there, no surprise, and 22 walks. As this first pitch is going to be fouled off into the McAlester dugout again. Got to keep your head on a swivel if you're over there. Usually when the ball is hit over there into a dugout of any kind, you call it an ugly finder. Count is 0-1 as Gillespie was out in front of that off-speed pitch. The 0-1 is going to hit him. Hit him in the shoulder, don't rub it. And he will make his way on over to first base to put runners at the corners with only 1 out. And up comes Gage Mullins. And it's awesome to see Gage Mullins being able to suit up for this season opener again early on. And I think it was against the Black Diamonds in football. He ended up suffering a season-ending injury in football, still stayed with the football team and was able to deliver in other ways and contribute in other ways, and one of the best team players that you can ever ask for. And he was able to battle back from that injury, and now he's able to bat out the cleanup spot here for the Buffaloes with runners at the corners. A little bit of a mound visit between head coach Curtis Warchow, who, by the way, is the new head coach for the Black Diamonds as well. He'll make his way back over towards the dugout. Buffaloes have runners again at the corners with only 1 down. Gillespie will not have a courtesy runner. He's going to keep himself over at first base. Strine getting his signs from the catcher Lamb. Gillespie pretty decent lead over at first. Will deliver the first pitch, and it's popped up in the infield. Right side in foul territory, and it will be caught by McHenry over at first base. So after getting a runner over at third base with nobody out, Buffaloes are in danger of coming up empty here in the bottom of the first inning. They're down 1-0. They got Gillespie at first and Bass over at third, and Gage Dolan steps up to the plate. Dolan's had a 330 batting average last year, 458 on base percentage, and the first pitch to him will miss up high. Dollins is a switch hitter. Again, not very common when it comes to high school baseball players. The righty Strine's on the bump, so he's batting out of the left side for today. Count is 1-0. Gillespie took off for second, so he gets catcher's indifference there. Defensive indifference is really what it's called. Next pitch is going to miss up high for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 down here in the bottom of the first inning. If Dollins can drive this one into the outfield, the Buffs could take the lead. Count is 2-0, Dollins ahead. The pitch. This one will catch the inside part of the plate. A snow cone grab by the catcher, Lamb. And that'll move the count to 2-1. Went in with the fastball in that last pitch. Strine comes set. And the 2-1 delivery. This one will miss down low. Hitters count here for Dollins. 3 balls, 1 strike. And here's the thing that you're probably going to see a lot today also. Strine lost his hat on the delivery. You're going to see that a lot with the different pitchers and just players today. Maybe we should keep a running tally of how many people lose their hats today. Count 3-1. Dollins looking for his pitch here. The delivery, it was in the wheelhouse. He just missed it. It's going to be fouled over towards the walking track. Count moves to full at 3-2 with no runner at first. Runners will not be taken off over at second and third. And by the way, if you are, for whatever reason, listening while you're walking around the walking track, be careful when you get behind the McAlester dugout. There is no netting there. That was the one piece where they have not fixed the netting. 3-2. It's going to be a curveball that catches the outside corner. McAlester cannot score after getting that runner over at third base with nobody out. So we head to the top of the second inning. Sallisaw leading McAlester 1-0. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs, whether residential or commercial. First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. For membership information, call 918-424-3720. 20,000 square feet of name brand sporting equipment and clothing. Whatever you need for the great outdoors, we have it. Check out our selection of clothing for men, women, and children. From name brands like North Face and Under Armour, we have all the fishing, archery, and gun supplies you'll ever need. HL Sports Shop is a proud sponsor of Buffalo baseball. Yes, the great outdoors begins at HL Sports Shop, located at 603 Village Boulevard in McAlester.
Welcome back to Mike Deek Field here in McAlester, Oklahoma. Brandon Green bringing you the coverage here on the season opener on this March 5th, 2022. Again, the sun has started to come out over here on a pretty nice day in McAlester. The wind is blowing, but it's up in the 70s right now here in MacTown. As we're about to have the start of the second inning. McAlster's trailing 1-0 to the Sallisaw Black Diamonds, and it'll be batters 6, 7, and 8 coming up for Sallisaw. It'll be Parker Jackson, Riley Scavo, and Braxton Lamb. Again, batting 6th, the third baseman, number 18, Parker Jackson, steps up to the dish. He'll be deep in the box, slightly open stance, working out the stretch Prather. He comes set, and here's the first pitch of the second inning. It'll be a hard hit, a line drive right off of Prather and straight over to Gage Dollins. It hit Prather on a line drive off of the hip and ricocheted straight over to Gage Dollins. And since it never hit the turf, that's an out. That's a line drive. That's going to count as a 1-6 line drive. Line out, rather. You'd hardly ever see that. That's a way to get out number one. You got to feel for Parker Jackson. He hit that one right in the middle of the barrel. And Prather says, hey, I'm fine, as the next pitch is going to be a dribbler down the third base line. Sam will pick it. No, he doesn't pick it up. He bobbles it. That's going to be an E5 here. There's a little dribbler, and he didn't know whether At first, if he wanted to grab it with his hand or go with the glove, he decided for the glove, and it just hit off the top of it. That'll be error number 1 on the Buffaloes today, and that will put a runner at first in Riley Scavo. Catcher number 9, Braxton Lamb, comes up. Like I said, that was a hard hit line drive going back to just a couple of pitches ago, and Prather wore it like a champ. No one even came out to check on him. He said, you know what, I'm fine. No problem. 1 on, 1 out. Prather comes set. Infield and double play depth. Here's the pitch. Pop up, right side. That wind might bring it back in. It will. Mullins makes the catch along the fence. Out number 2. Again, you got to make sure that you don't give up on fly balls that come over towards the right side like it looks like it's going to go out of play, because that wind will bring it back in, and that's exactly what it did there. Mullins tracked it down near the fence and made the catch, and that's out number 2. Cole Stevens steps up to the plate with 1 on and 2 down. The pitch will skip in the turf. That'll be ball 1. Stevens, the 9-hole batter. Scavo has a pretty decent lead over there at first. Sun now completely shining here on the turf of Mike Deak Field. Still weird to say that. Pick off over to first just to keep Scavo honest. He slides in safely. Another thing that you got to kind of look out for when you're sliding around on turf, that you don't overslide your target. It can be easy maybe to just glide on this turf. Counts 1-0. Open stands for Stevens over at the plate. Another righty here in the lineup. The pitch. Big ground ball, third base side. Another chance for Sam. He picks it up cleanly, throws over to first in time for out number 3. So the error does not come back to hurt McAlester as they get the Black Diamonds and 4 batters as we head to the bottom of the second inning with McAlester trailing 1-0. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
First Family Federal Credit Union. Savings for all seasons. From the traditional savings account to IRAs, CDs, and money market accounts. We have everything to help you plan for your future. Visit your nearest location or go online at firstfamilyfcu.com for more information. Federally insured by NCUA. First Family Federal Credit Union.
If you're considering selling or buying land in Southeast Oklahoma, you need the professionalism of an experienced land specialist. Hi, this is Sean Wilkerson with Whitetail Properties Real Estate, and I would love the chance to earn your trust as your land agent. The Southeast Oklahoma land market is hotter than ever, and I'd be happy to talk with you about why landowners trust me to market and sell their property. If you're thinking about selling ranch, timber, or recreational land, or even a rural home, give me a call for a free, no-obligation evaluation of your property. Call Sean Wilkerson at 918-284-1233 or visit my profile page at whitetailproperties.com.
Welcome back to Mike Deak Field here in McAlester, Oklahoma. The Buffaloes trail 1-0 against the Sallisaw Black Diamonds, as the Buffaloes will have batters 6, 7, and 8 coming up for the Black and Gold. They had chances to score in the previous inning. They had a runner over at third with nobody out, and they ended up getting runners at second and third with 2 down, but they just came up a little bit short. We'll see if they can mount something together here in the second inning, starting off with Seth Sam, then Trent Boatwright, and Caden Lesnow in the hole. There's the throw down over to second. And we will be getting underway here in just a moment. This game brought to you by First Realty, well, in part by First Realty, Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, Freedom Ford, Best Western American, B&B Outdoor Innovations, LLC, and Vickers Furniture. Thank you all for putting us on the air this season. Sam digs into the box, playing close to the plate, about even in the box. Here's the first pitch to him. It'll be fouled straight back for strike 1. Sam last year had a .308 on-base percentage, and actually 26% of his plate appearances resulted in a walk, so he knew how to draw them. Here's the 0-1. Will be swung on and missed on a curveball in the turf, and Sam falls behind 0-2. Get on deck is Trent Boatwright. Sam did not bat against Sallisaw last year. He did pitch against him, but he did not bat. Again, McAllister's 2 games against Sallisaw came in that Fort Gibson tournament. Here's the 0-2 pitch. It'll be a fastball missing low and outside for ball 1. Good eye by Seth Sam. They played in that Fort Gibson Hilldale tournament, and then they played in the regular season finale over here at McAlester. Strine shaking off a couple of signs from Lamb. Now's the 1-2. Fastball missing up high, but Sam goes after it. Strike 3, got him swinging. That's the first strikeout swinging today for Brock Strine. That's his 3rd strikeout overall. So 3 out of his 4 outs have come from strikeouts, and that brings up Trent Boatwright. Boatwright deep in the box. Here's the first pitch. He shows bunt, pulls back as it's a pitch that misses in the turf and then goes all the way to the backstop. Ball 1. And once again, Strine's half falls off. It's got to get annoying after a little while. Boatwright had a 305 batting average. I'm talking about for Strine, by the way. 305 batting average last year for Boatwright. 374 on base percentage. He had 9 RBIs. As the next pitch misses badly again, and that's going to be ball 2. Should have mentioned this before, but for Boatwright, 40% of his hits came on the first pitch of the at-bat last year. A lot of them were drag bunts that went down the third base line. He's one of the best bunters on the team. The 2-0 will find the zone for strike 1. Buffaloes trail 1-0 here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. 1 down. Count 2-1 on Trent Boatwright, the 7-hole hitter. The pitch will be a fastball, half-hearted swing that once again was high, and that moves the count to 2-2. McAllister's swinging at a lot of pitches out of the zone here early against Brock Strine, getting them to chase up high. Here's the windup and the 2-2 from Strine. Be a curveball that hits off the plate and takes a big bounce over towards the screen. That'll make the count full at 3-2. We got a pretty good crowd here today at Mike Deek Field. We encourage, if you're listening or watching on YouTube, we encourage that you all make it on out here and enjoy the nice day and the first baseball game of the season. Count is full, 3-2 for Trent Boatwright. Walk or not here, kid. Here's the windup and the pitch. Fastball in the dirt, and he draws the walk. Strine hit Ethan Gillespie earlier, and this is his 2nd free pass as he walks Trent Boatwright. And that brings up Caden Lesnow. Lesnow, as a freshman, had a really good year. 329 batting average, 386 on base percentage. And he knew how to score with runners, or he knew how to bring runners in when they were over at 2nd or 3rd base. Timeout called by Lesnow. Again, 1 on, 1 out. McAllister's been able to put runners on base, just trying to drive them in. They trail 1-0. Here's the pitch from Strine. First pitch of the at-bat, it will miss down low, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be a balk on Strine. He didn't come set fully, so that pitch does not count. So the count is still 0-0. And Boatwright goes into scoring position off the balk. And that will lead to Lamb speaking with Strine for the moment. This game also brought to you in part by OK Tire and Auto, the Bank and A, Fenton Nissan, HL's Sports Shop, First Family Federal Credit Union, and Whitetail Properties, Sean Wilkerson, agent. Lamb will go back behind the plate. Still no count on the righty-on-righty matchup with Caden Lesnow. The pitch will be a fastball in on the hands. Lesnow went after it, fouled it back. Strike 1. Another runner in scoring position here for the Buffaloes. And like we said, Lesnow had 65% of his hits with runners in scoring position, 425 batting average with runners in scoring, 22 RBIs in the freshman year for Lesnow. Slightly open stance for the righty. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Be a fastball, swing and a miss, strike 2. And Les now way behind in the count, 0-2. Third baseman Jackson right now playing a little bit further beyond the third base bag. Count is 0-2 right now. Outfield shifted towards the right. Big gap in left center field. The 0-2. Fastball that gets by the catcher, and once again the Buffaloes will get a runner over at third base. Right through the legs of Lamb. And now move the count to 1-2 strikes, and once again the Buffaloes have a chance to tie up the game with a runner 90 feet away. And usually going back to the outfield shifted to the right, even with the wind blowing out to the left, Strine can hum it in there. He throws pretty hard. They're banking on the batter to be able to not get in front of it, being late and driving it to the opposite side of the field. The 1-2 will be a curveball that misses up high, and that'll even up the count at 2-2. Good eye by Les now. Jackson now creeps in over there at third base a little bit closer to even with the bag. The rest of the infield playing looks like deep. Outfield playing about regular depth. Another big gap along the left field line in the left fielder. The 2-2 will be fought off by Les now. It's a fastball up high. He did chase after it, but he was able to foul it off. Count stays even at 2-2 strikes. But Les now. Here's the 2-2. This one will skip and get past the catcher, and this one's going to go all the way towards the McAlester dugout, and that is how we tied the game. Trent Boatwright crosses home plate, and now the score is 1-1 here in the bottom of the second inning. I believe that's the third passed ball today for the Black Diamonds. And they'll move the count to full on an excellent at-bat by Caden Les now. Coach Mullins will go speak with Les now and he kind of spoke with Les now and also with the home plate umpire. So the game is tied 1-1 now. Nobody on base for the Buffaloes. And here comes the payoff. Fastball line drive towards the shortstop. It's going to go off a hop. Throw over to first is in time. Got him. Looked like a line drive off the bat, but ended up having about a couple of hops over towards the shortstop. Sizemore throws out the speedy Les now in time to have it be out number 2. So that brings up the 9-hole hitter, number 11, Cale Prather, also the pitcher for today. Again, he's old school. He bats with no batting gloves. First pitch to Prather will miss the zone for ball 1. Prather didn't have many at-bats last year. 28% of his plate appearances also resulted in walks. He had a .333 on-base percentage. He knew how to draw walks. The 1-0 will skip off the plate, and that'll be ball 2. In tie game 1-1. Count is 2-0 right now on Cale Prather. On deck is the top of the order, including Leighton Bass, who has the only hit for the Buffaloes today. The 2-0. Curveball that misses way up high. It looked like Strine just didn't get on top of it. And now Prather way ahead at 3-0. And we'll see if he has the green light. The windup and the 3-0 pitch. Will be a fastball catching the very low outside part of the zone for strike 1. Prather still ahead, though. 3 balls, 1 strike. When the Black Diamonds come up in the top of the third, they'll have the top of the order up for them. The 3-1 from Strine. Be a fastball catching the zone as well. He thought that one might have been a walk. Prather did. And now from 3-0 to 3-2, Strine has got himself back in the count. Count is full, 3-2, 2 down, nobody on for the Buffaloes. Tie game 1-1, bottom of the second. The windup and the payoff. Fastball, he got him looking. So Strine battles all the way back in the count, and he gets his 4th strikeout of the day. And we head to the top of the third inning as the Buffaloes do tie up the game 1-1. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
A penny doesn't get you much these days, but at Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester, your penny goes a long way. Because right now at Patriot, you can get into any vehicle on the lot for just 1 penny down. Let me do that again. 1 penny down. And yes, that includes the 1-ton pickups. Not only that, but if you mention this ad, you'll get $2,500 cash. Only at Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram
for more
in
than 50
McAlester.
years.
First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs, whether residential or commercial. First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. For membership information, call 918-424-3720.
Hey guys, it's
or
Sam
go
from
to
Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford here in McAlester.
picklepalaceok.com.
It's no secret that new vehicles are hard to come by, and some dealers are charging thousands over MSRP. So you are paying extra just to do business with them. Well, that just doesn't sound right to me. So to take care of our customers, we haven't raised our prices, period. And with over 200 vehicles to choose from, we are bound to have what you are looking for, or we'll order it for you at no extra cost. So come see us here at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in beautiful McAlester and let us make it happen for you.
Leadoff hitter, shortstop, Mr. Isaac.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma, here in the season opener as the Buffaloes tied up the game in the bottom of the second inning. 1-1 is our score as we head to the top of the third. The top of the order up for the Black Diamonds, Isaac Sizemore, Jake Craighead, and Brock Strine. First pitch to Sizemore is going to skip in for ball 1. Prather, the starter in today's game, coming in for his third inning of work. Sizemore earlier on today in his only at bat flew out over to short, as it was mainly just right behind the pitcher's mound. After this one is thrown well short by Prather as it traveled only about 50 feet. Prather asks for a new ball. Count is 2-0. Again, it was a sky-high pop-up. And now we're going to have Coach Dixon go speak with Prather. Yeah, it was a sky-high pop-up, and for most of the morning, it's been pretty cloudy. And as it went up in the air, the sun started shining down on the field. And Dawn's like, are you kidding me? And then you had to deal with the wind as well, which, I mean, is completely just blowing hard over towards center field. It is definitely a hitter's day if there ever was one. For a second, I thought that one of the referees, I keep on saying referees, I'm still in the basketball mode because we've been doing that for the last 4 months. I thought one of the umpires was showing our pitcher and our catcher down over towards the bullpen, but it's just one of our security guys over there. So count is 2-0. That's what kind of caught my attention for a little bit. Sam playing nearly on the infield turf. The 2-0. Will miss a little bit up high, ball 3. So count is 3-0 after Coach Dixon went to go speak with Cale Prather. And the 3-0 from Prather will find the zone, lays off a little bit on that pitch, and gets a strike in the count. 3-1, still a hitter's count, though, for Sizemore. Prather comes set, and the 3-1 delivery. This one will skip in the turf, and that will be a leadoff walk for the Black Diamonds. First walk of the day given up by Prather. He only had 6 walks in 12 innings pitched last year. He doesn't do that often. Jake Craighead hit a double to left center field that ended up skipping off the wall. He comes up to the plate. He did it on the first pitch of the at-bat against Prather. Runner at first with nobody out. Tie game 1-1. In the top of the third, pickoff over to first. Gets away from Mullins, but not very far. It's not going to send the runner over to second. Another thing that I don't know if it's new or I just never noticed it before, but it looks like every McAlester player, other than the pitcher, of course, is wearing an armband around their belt. And it's like showing the plays and everything else like that. That's new to me. Here's a bunt that's going to go over towards Prather. He picks it up, fires over to first, and that will be out number 1, working as a sack bunt there for Jake Craighead. That advances the runner over to second base.
The pitcher, Mr. Brock Strain.
So Brock Strine steps up to the plate. Struck out looking last time up. He's got a runner in scoring position, though, with one down. That runner over at second base. Another righty-on-righty matchup. Again, I don't think there are any lefties in the Sallisaw lineup. First pitch to Strine. Will miss down low, and it'll be the first pass ball of the day for Gillespie, as that will send Sizemore over to third base. The go-ahead run 90 feet away over at third base for the Black Diamonds. Last pitch of ball, 1 ball, no strikes. Prather working out of the stretch. That runner at third. Here's the 1-0. This one will skip in the turf as well. Low and outside, ball 2. Again, we had someone warming up in the bullpen for the Buffaloes. It looked like number 10, Ethan Watkins, was making his way over towards the bullpen. And now Gannon Mullins is going to go check to see how he's coming along. The 2-0 pitch from Prather. That's going to skip in the turf as well. He's been missing low here this inning. Count is 3-0. On deck is Ty McHenry, who is 5 of his last 7 against the Buffaloes. The 3-0 pitch. He's got the green light. He pops one up over towards right field. Freestad coming in on it. Freestad will make the catch. He'll fire to home plate. Here comes the runner. It's cut off, and that's going to be enough for him to score. Cut off by Mullins. He ends up tapping his chest saying, "My bad." I don't know if he would have got him anyway, but that does give the Black Diamonds the lead again. A sac fly by Brock Strine. So now 2 down in the top of the third inning. 2-1. Sallisaw leading McAlester. Now nobody on base, and up comes Ty McHenry. First pitch. McHenry will see that one miss. Again, I'm kind of caddy corner to home plate. Can't really see. That had to miss inside or outside because they did not miss high or low. And here comes the second pitch. That one's in there for a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Ty McHenry with 2 down, nobody on base. Buffaloes trail 2-1, top of the third inning. Prather kicks and fires in the pitch. This one, once again, was above the knees, had to miss outside. As Prather falls behind in the count, 2-1. Based on Gillespie's reaction, he thought that one was a strike too. Prather, the 2-1 pitch. Be a line drive, left center field. That one's going to go all the way towards the wall. 1 hop off the wall. Bass will pick it up, throw over towards second, and that's going to be a 2-out double here for Ty McHenry. The kid just knows how to bat against McAlester.
The right fielder, Charlie Martin.
Again, 6 for his last 8 against McAlester. He had 3 RBIs last year, including a 2-run home run, and he got all of that one. So 2 down with a runner at second base now for the Black Diamonds, and that brings up Charlie Martin, as now McHenry's 2 for 2 on the day. Martin flew out to center field in his last at bat. Dixon is going to cross the third base line. And are we going to have a new pitcher? It looks like we will. So we'll have a call to the bullpen when we come back. McAlester trailing 2-1 here in the top of the third inning with 2 down and a runner at second base for Sallisaw. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
Best Western Inn of McAlester. Traveling through McAlester or need accommodations for out-of-town guests? Best Western Inn of McAlester and American Lodge and Suites are both locally owned by the Freestad family for many years. Both offer comfort and convenience at affordable prices. Best Western Inn of McAlester and American Lodge and Suites are located on the 69 bypass in McAlester.
B&B Outdoor Innovations, LLC is licensed to do weed control and fertilization. We can also clean out your flower beds and plant new flowers plus other landscaping needs. Plus trim your trees and check your drainage systems to stay ahead of the spring storms. We offer commercial and residential services. Public service pros and military get a 10% discount. See us on Facebook and at bnbouttdoorinnovations.com. We are insured and a first responder owned and operated business. Call 918-730-1594. We sell firewood.
The Tax Time Savings Event is going on now at Vickers Furniture. Make your tax refund go farther at Vickers. A sofa, love seat, and recliner combo is only $13.28. A dining room set reduced to only $6.88. Save money on all Serta mattresses. Don't forget, 18 months zero interest financing is available. The Tax Time Savings Event at Vickers Furniture, 215 South 2nd, McAlester.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Max's Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on? We can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed and estimates are free. OK Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great season.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma, as we have our first call to the bullpen alert here, as it's Lindley's Paint and Body Shop, your full-service body shop at 1808 South Main Street, McAlester. Watch for our new location on 1328 South George Nye Expressway. Ethan Watkins on the bump now for your McAlester Buffaloes, with a runner at second, as the first pitch of the day for him, and up the season will miss down low over to Charlie Martin for ball one. Runner at second base is Ty McHenry. And by the way, I never got to mention our first pitch sponsor. I'm trying to get into the groove. We've coming off of basketballs. We have a ground ball over towards the second baseman. Boatwright, he'll pick it up, throw over to first in time for out number 3. Before we go to break, I want to mention our first pitch sponsor for the season, Big V Feed Center in McAlester. They're always your best bet for your feeding program for all of your animals. Springtime is baby chicken gardening time. See us for your poultry and gardening needs. So after the ground out over to second base, McAlester trails 2-1 after they gave up a run in the top of the third inning to Sallisaw. We get to the bottom of the third, 2-1 our score. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
I was looking for a bank that actually cared about me, had checking, savings, and loan options that catered to my needs, and was locally owned, because I'm all about keeping my money in our town. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in banking options. The Bank NA, strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Tax Time Savings Event is going on now at Vickers Furniture. Make your tax refund go farther at Vickers. A sofa, love seat, and recliner combo is only $13.28. A dining room set reduced to only $6.88. Save money on all Serta mattresses. Don't forget, 18 months zero interest financing is available. The Tax Time Savings Event at Vickers Furniture, 215 South 2nd, McAlester.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
Welcome back to Mike Deek Field here in McAlester, Oklahoma. Here in the bottom of the third inning, the Buffaloes trail 2-1 to the Sallisaw Black Diamonds, and we have the top of the order up for your McAlester Buffaloes, starting with the lefty Leighton Bass, digging deep in the box. And here's the first pitch of the at-bat to him. It'll be a fastball missing high and outside, ball one. Bass so far has the only hit of the day for the Buffaloes, compared to 3 hits for the Black Diamonds today. Righty on lefty matchup. Here's the windup from the righty Shrine, and the pitch will be a line drive into center field, and he's now 2 for 2 on the day. And both pieces that he's gotten have been smoked to center field. I'm never going to get tired of the Stacy's Mom walk-up song. Freestad wins when it comes to walk-up songs. I always try to have a pump-up walk-up song, and no, I think I should have went with Stacy's Mom in high school too. Bass has got a good lead over at first. He stole a base earlier in the game on the very first pitch. This time he won't go off. This one's going to be a bunt that's popped up. But this one's going to be another balk. So not a strike, a balk. We'll put a runner into scoring position. That's the second balk of the day by Strine. So take that strike off the board. It's going to be 0-0. Now Freestad with a runner in scoring position. McAlester in the exact same situation they were in the first inning, but they did not score then. A chance to make amends. Freestad sees the new count pitch. This will be a fastball missing down low. That'll be ball 1. One ball, no strikes, nobody out. Runner in scoring position for the Buffs. Again, Freestad struck out looking his last time up. Strine takes a couple of peeks over towards second base. Kicks and delivers. This will be a fastball that's cut on and missed, strike 1. Again, they've gotten the Buffaloes to chase after a lot of high fastballs. And not just one batter, multiple batters have been chasing after the high fastballs. And they're tempting. Those are the pitches that you feel like if they're in the zone that you can drive, especially with the wind howling the way it is over to deep left center field. You could drive them out, but they've been just a little bit too high for McAlester to hit. The 1-1. He goes off speed and down low, and it will be fouled off by Freestad. That'll put Freestad behind in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner at second base, nobody out. Strine comes set. Good lead by Bass, and here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Another strikeout on the day for Brock Strine. He's now got 5 strikeouts on the day, as 5 out of the 7 outs recorded by the Black Diamonds have been via the strikeout. Now Ethan Gillespie will come up to the plate. He got hit by a pitch his first time up. Again, he was the most dangerous batter in the Buffalo lineup last year as a sophomore. Waiting for his first official at-bat. His fastball missed low and outside for ball 1. And that's considering he had a little bit of a slump in his first month, but then he had one of the best months of baseball I've seen in the high school level and really at a lot of levels in the month of April. Multiple multi-home run games, as this curveball is going to miss up high for ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. And Gillespie had 45 RBIs last year, led the team trying to get one here. The 2-0, he goes after it. Again, another high fastball that was about eye level, and as soon as he checked at it, he knew he made a mistake. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner in scoring position with 1 down, trailing by 1 of the Buffaloes in the bottom of the 3rd. The 2-1 pitch. This one will catch the inside part of the zone for strike 2. Kind of laid off a little bit on that one. That could have been a changeup there. Again, I don't have the best of views along the first base line. Counts even at 2-2. Gillespie trying to come up with a big hit to tie up the game. Scores 2-1. The 2-2 pitch will skip in the turf and get away from the catcher Lamb once again, and that will send Bass over to third. He takes a big round around third, big turn around third, and that will once again put the tying run 90 feet away from home plate. The only run that the Buffaloes have scored so far today came when Boatwright, who walked, got moved to second by a bunt, moved to third by a pass ball, and then scored on a pass ball. Buffaloes have only had 2 hits today, and they've both come from Leighton Bass. Counts full at 3-2. Here's the payoff. Going to be a high hit fly ball carrying towards center field. Over towards the warning track. It's going to one-hop off the wall. Gillespie gets the season started off right with his first official at-bat. An RBI double for the junior. Tie game 2-2 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. On a deep drive to center field that hit off of the warning track. And that'll bring up Gage Mullins. Mullins with a chance to give his team their first lead of the day. Gillespie at second base. As this one will be cut on and missed for strike one. Gillespie with a pretty big lead already and then took an even bigger secondary. He found his way about 30 feet off the second base back. Catcher Lamb thought he was taking off for third. Count is 0-1 with one down. Tie game 2-2, bottom of the third. Strine comes set, kicks and delivers the pitch. This one will miss down low by the ankles, and that'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ones across the board, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Strine will come set. Again, another huge lead by Gillespie. The pitch will skip in the dirt. Gillespie thought about it. Coach Dixon over here at first says, man, hey, it's okay. It's okay. You can tell that they try to read it off of the – when they're over at third base or first base or second base, it doesn't matter. You're trying to read it and see where the pitch is going. And if you can see it already making its way towards the turf, you can try taking off there because it'll be hard for the catcher to regather the ball and then throw it over to third where they're trying to steal. That's what we were taught over when I was playing over at McAlester over at first base. You're wanting to read where the ball is traveling before it even gets to the catcher. This one's going to be a line drive down the left field line, and it's going to get into the outfield turf and roll all the way towards the fence. Gage Mullins will drive in a run, and the Buffaloes take the lead on back-to-back RBI doubles. Now McAlester has the momentum and the lead. They put up a 2-spot here in the bottom of the third inning, 3-2 our score. And Coach Warchow is going to have a meeting with his pitcher, Brock Strine. I don't think that he's coming out just yet, but he's going to go speak with him. One constant thing that McAlester had for him last year was their ability to hit the ball. I mean, they have a solid lineup. They've had plenty of experience coming from the last 4 seasons. I mean, 17 of their 32 games last year were won or lost by run rule. Over half of their games were run rule games. 10 of 12 games in April were won or lost by run rule, and most of them were won. Runner at second base. The lineup trying to continue to keep on a roll. Mullins over at second base with 1 down, bottom of the third inning. Buffaloes leading 3-2. Gage Dolan steps up to the dish. Switch hitter batting left. He takes a cut at the first one, a healthy swing. Looked good, but he just came up a little bit empty. Looked like he was on time. It was a good cut by the senior. Count is 0-1. Dolan's a Seminole State commit. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This one will miss up high, and that'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Dolan struck out looking his first time up. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Coming set, and here's the pitch. The 1-1 will be a curveball catching the lower outside part of the zone, just barely on the corner. And Dolan falls behind in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And there'll be time called. The field umpire calls time to go speak with the pitcher, Strine. He's already been called for a balk twice. I wonder if he's like warning him of... Yeah, he's warning him that he needs to come set because he keeps on trying to hurry up his motion. And he nearly balked again, and that's what the field umpire is trying to tell him. He's like, hey, I know you balked already a couple times. I'm trying to help you out, man. So he goes and he calls time to speak with Strine. He comes set, and here's the 2-2 pitch. This one's going to skip in the turf, go all the way towards the wall, and Mullins will get over to third base. So the Buffaloes have already scored 2 runs in the bottom of the third inning. They have a chance to do more damage. Count moves to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dolan's did not have a hit against the Black Diamonds last year. Trying to change that here. The 2-2. Be a fastball missing up high. Good at bat for Gage Dollins. Moving the count to full at 3-2. Dolan's had 23 RBIs last year. And 324 batting average with runners in scoring. He's got a man 90 feet away from him right now at third. The payoff to Dollins will be popped up and out of play. Heads up for anyone walking the track. So again, the count will stay at 3-2. In outfield, not really shifted to the right anymore. They're playing kind of average now. Here's the 3-2. We'll skip in the turf, and once again, that's going to be ball 4. A walk to Gage Dollins, and that will put runners at the corners with still only 1 out. So now Seth Sam will step in, struck out swinging his last time up. He's got runners at the corners with only 1 down. But still, if you're a Sallisaw fan tuning in, you're possibly 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning. There is a double play ball in effect. But we'll see if Dollins, who is pretty speedy, he does take off for second, and there's going to be another balk. That's the 3rd balk of the day for Strine, and that's going to send Mullins over to home plate, and Dollins over to second, and the Buffaloes lead 4-2 on another balk. The field umpire has been trying to tell him, you got to come set. But Strine is kind of getting ahead of himself and speeding up the process of coming set. And that makes it 4-2. Runner at second base now. Buffaloes leading by 2 as they put up a 3 spot here in the bottom of the 3rd. The pitch to Sam is going to miss up high for ball 1. Again, I can always tell when someone is warming up in the McAlester bullpen because they're over on the left side, but we are along the first base line, and the bullpen for the opponents are always on the right side of us, so we can never see who's there. The next pitch is going to miss the zone, and that'll make it 2 balls, no strikes. So I can't tell you right now if anyone's warming up for Sallisaw or not. 2-0. Buffaloes are leading 4-2. Bottom of the 3rd inning, still only 1 out. The pitch. Be a fastball, barely catching the letters. And that'll make the count 2-1. Again, that's not one that you wanted to go after anyway, so Coach Mullins kind of reminding him of that. Go after your pitch. Counts 2-1. Strine comes set. Good lead over at second. Dollins will take off for third. Pitch up high. The throw over to third is too high. It goes past the third baseman. Dollins is going to go over to home, and that will make it a 3-run lead for the McAlester Buffaloes. 5-2 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning as they now put up a 4 spot. They're taking advantage of Sallisaw's mistakes. As they've had 3 hits in the inning. They've had a single by Bass, a couple of RBI doubles by Gillespie and Mullins, and then a walk by Dollins. He goes all the way home off of a balk, and then that was a steal of third, and then the throw that went over third for an error on the Black Diamonds. Here's a swing and a miss for strike 2 on Sam. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's the first error of the day on the Diamonds. Here comes the 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on a pitch way too high. And that will make it 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Now Trent Boatwright comes up, walked in his first plate appearance on another great at-bat that he had. In slightly open stance, back in the box. Catcher sets up outside. Here's the first pitch to him. It's going to skip over to Lamb behind the plate, and that will put Boatwright ahead in the count, 1-0. Nobody on base for the Buffaloes. 2 down here in the bottom of the 3rd. The clouds are starting to move their way on out. Blue sky starting to poke through those clouds. Here's the 1-0. And this one will go straight to the backstop and nearly bounced back and hit Boatwright. Now make the count 2-0. Boatwright, he's another athlete that's going to go play at the next level in the sport of football. Evangel University commit. for the 2-year QB1 for McAlester, as the third pitch of the at-bat hits the bottom outside part of the zone for strike one. Had an incredible record as QB1 for McAlester as starter. As here comes the 2-1. He'll miss up high and inside for ball 3. In his 2 years as starter, he helped propel McAlester to the state semifinals, and they were state runner-ups this year. The windup and the hitter's count pitch. Boatwright will see this one miss down low again, and for the second consecutive plate appearances. I don't know what it is about Trent Boatwright. He just knows how to draw walks. That brings up Caden Less now, and I think that's going to be it for Brock Strine. And that will be it. So we're going to take a break. We'll have a call to the bullpen when we come back. McAlester is leading currently 5-2 here in the bottom of the third inning with a runner at first and 2 down. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
HL Sports Shop. 20,000 square feet of name brand sporting equipment and clothing. Whatever you need for the great outdoors, we have it. Check out our selection of clothing for men, women, and children. From name brands like North Face and Under Armour. We have all the fishing, archery, and gun supplies you'll ever need. HL Sports Shop is a proud sponsor of Buffalo baseball. Yes, the great outdoors begins at HL Sports Shop, located at 603 Village Boulevard in McAlester.
First Family Federal Credit Union. Savings for all seasons. From the traditional savings account to IRAs, CDs, and money market accounts. We have everything to help you plan for your future. Visit your nearest location or go online at firstfamilyfcu.com for more information. Federally insured by NCUA. First Family Federal Credit Union.
If you're considering selling or buying land in Southeast Oklahoma, you need the professionalism of an experienced land specialist. Hi, this is Sean Wilkerson with Whitetail Properties Real Estate, and I would love the chance to earn your trust as your land agent. The Southeast Oklahoma land market is hotter than ever, and I'd be happy to talk with you about why landowners trust me to market and sell their property. If you're thinking about selling ranch, timber, or recreational land, or even a rural home, give me a call for a free, no-obligation evaluation of your property. Call Sean Wilkerson at 918-284-1233 or visit my profile page at whitetailproperties.com.
A penny doesn't get you much these days, but at Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester, your penny goes a long way. Because right now at Patriot, you can get into any vehicle on the lot for just 1 penny down. Let me do that again. 1 penny down. And yes, that includes the 1-ton pickups. Not only that, but if you mention this ad, you'll get $2,500 cash. Only at Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester.
Welcome back to Mike Deek Field here in McAlester, Oklahoma. We have another call to the bullpen brought to you by Lindley's Paint and Body Shop, your full-service body shop at 1808 South Main Street, McAlester. Watch for our new location on 1328 South George Nye Expressway. The new pitcher onto the bump for the Sallisaw Black Diamonds is the former shortstop. It's Isaac Sizemore. So Sizemore goes from short over to the mound. We have Jackson go from third base over to second base. Craighead moves from second over to short, and Strine goes from the mound over to third base. Boatwright takes off for second on the first pitch of the at-bat for DeLess now, and it goes through into the outfield. Boatwright will try to take third, and he will, as he slides and nearly scorpion dove over towards the bag. So that's going to be a base hit on the very first pitch of the at-bat for Caden Less now, as he welcomes Sizemore into the game, at least on the mound. As the Buffaloes are leading 5-2 here in the bottom of the third inning, and that brings up Cale Prather. After Prather came out of the game, he went over to left field. Lauerman came out of the game. Again, Watkins is now on the mound for McAlester. This has been a long bottom of the third for the Buffaloes. There's 2 down right now with runners at first and third. Prather with a chance to extend the lead for McAlester, currently leading by 3. The pitch, as Les now takes off for second, is no good. There's going to be a throw over to second, and the throw now home as we have a runner taken off for home is Boatwright. The throw is in time, and it gets Boatwright for out number 3. So we head to the top of the fourth inning after McAlester puts up a 4 spot in the bottom of the third. 5-2 our score. You're listening to McAlester Baseball here on KNED.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. For membership information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford here in McAlester. It's no secret that new vehicles are hard to come by, and some dealers are charging thousands over MSRP. So you are paying extra just to do business with them. Well, that just doesn't sound right to me. So to take care of our customers, we haven't raised our prices, period. And with over 200 vehicles to choose from, we are bound to have what you are looking for, or we'll order it for you at no extra cost. So come see us here at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in beautiful McAlester and let us make it happen for you.
Best Western Inn of McAlester. Traveling through McAlester or need accommodations for out-of-town guests? Best Western Inn of McAlester and American Lodge and Suites are both locally owned by the Freestead family for many years. Both offer comfort and convenience at affordable prices. Best Western Inn of McAlester and American Lodge and Suites are located on the 69 Bypass in McAlester.
Welcome back to Mike Deek Field, here with the new turf on the ground as the McAlester Buffaloes lead 5-2 as we head to the top of the fourth inning. Putting up a 4 spot in the bottom of the fourth, rather bottom of the third, as now we're in the top of the fourth. As now we have the 6, 7, and 8 hole batters coming up for the Black Diamonds. It'll be Parker Jackson, Riley Scavo, and Braxton Lamb. Again, Ethan Watkins on the mound for your McAlester Buffaloes. He did not pitch any varsity for McAlester last year. Now as a sophomore, got himself out of the jam in the bottom of the, top of the third inning. On the very first pitch, there's a ground out over to second. And his second pitch of the day is going to miss low and outside to Jackson for ball 1. Watkins gets the signs from Gillespie, comes set, kicks and fires. The 1-0 pitch will be popped up right side. Wind could bring it back in, but no one's going to track that down. We'll be having Buffalo roll call. Coach Hughes, he ended up tuning in. He says, "You're doing a great job. Thank you, Coach. Great to hear the Buffaloes back on the radio." They're in Edmond watching their grandson play baseball. Says this is the year of the Buffalo, and isn't it? I mean, at least in the games that the sports that we've covered. Again, we like to cover as many as we can, but unfortunately, all that we can do here at McAlester Radio, as the 1-1 is going to catch the outside corner for strike 2. We cover football, boys and girls basketball, and baseball. And when it comes to our Twitter page, at Buff Sports Radio, we like to retweet anything, no matter what it is, McAlester Athletics, to be able to highlight all of our student athletes. As here comes the 1-2 from Watkins, a curveball that's going to be a chopper down the third base line, staying foul as Sam backhands it in foul territory. But at least in the sports that we have covered on the radio, football, state runner-ups. First time in the state championship game since 2013. Boys basketball, their first winning season in a decade. I'll continue here in a moment. The 2-2 will be swung on and missed. Strike 3. First varsity strikeout for Ethan Watkins. Comes here in the top of the fourth inning against Parker Jackson. And now Riley Scavo comes up. He reached on an error his first time up. But boys basketball, even though they didn't get to the state tournament, first winning season since 2012. Girls basketball going to the state tournament this next week. And a lot of hopes for boys, well, of course, boys baseball this year. A team that's had McAllister's number, Sallisaw, currently trailing the Buffaloes 5-2 here in the top of the fourth inning with 1 down, nobody on. First pitch missed down low to Scavo. Here's the second. A fastball right down the pipe, strike 1. Watkins can hum it in there too. Got a pretty good curveball, too. He's only thrown it a couple times here in the first few at-bats, but not a bad bender. Gets the signs from Gillespie. He kicks and delivers the pitch. 1-1, ground ball up the middle. Dolan slides, grabs it, throws over to first. In time! That's pretty! Gage Dollins slid to the very middle part of the infield. Got himself up quickly and was able to fire it over to first just in the nick of time for out number 2. And now to bring up the catcher, number 9, Braxton Lamb, who flew out to first his first time up. He's only seen one pitch so far today. Watkins comes set. Sam over at third playing a little bit deep, so is the rest of the infield. Here's the first pitch, missing down by the ankles for ball 1. Again, a problem that McAlester had last year was just trying to find the zone sometimes. So far today, they've only allowed 1 walk. The 1-0 will catch the zone for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. As we have Lamb deep in the box right now. Again, another righty in the lineup. The 1-1. Be a ground ball up the middle again. Backhanded by Boatwright. He'll throw over to first, and Mullins can't stretch and grab it. I don't know if he would have beat it out anyway. We'll see what they ended up charging him with on the scoreboard. I don't know if he would have beat that out for a base hit. I think he probably would have anyway. We'll see what they give him on the scoreboard. I think that would have been an infield hit anyway. Yeah, they're going to give him the hit. It was a great backhand, again, deep in the middle part of the infield. Boatwright nearly made the same play except a backhand instead of diving forward that Dollins made just a batter ago. But this time Lamb was just a little bit too fast.
Runner for the catcher, number 1, Mr. Pratt.
So the infield single brings up Cole Stevens up to the plate. And we have a courtesy runner as Pratt for the Black Diamonds will now be over at first base for the catcher Lamb. 2 down, 1 on for the Diamonds over at the first base. Top of the 4th inning, 5-2. First pitch. They're going to say missed a little bit inside, ball 1. Stevens, the 9-hole batter, he grounded out the third his first time up. The 1-0 will skip in the turf, and that'll move the count to 2-0. Top of the order is up. Other than Lamb's infield single, 3 out of the 4 hits for the Black Diamonds have come through the 2 through 4 batters. Not a huge lead over at first. But he takes off anyway. 2-0 is going to skip in the turf, and that's going to be an easy swipe of second base there for number 1, Pratt. Last couple of pitches for Watkins, all missing down low. And also it looked like Pratt had a great jump anyway. Even if that one went exactly where Gillespie wanted it to, I don't think he could have thrown him out. The 3-0 will miss low and inside, so a 4-pitch walk to Cole Stevens. And that brings up the top of the order. Gillespie's going to go speak with Watkins. As the tying run now comes up to the plate, Isaac Sizemore. 0 for 1 so far today. Flew out to short and then walked in his second plate appearance. Against Sizemore, he knew how to drive in runs against the Buffaloes last year. As I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, 2 of 8 with 3 RBIs last year against McAlester. The Black Diamonds brought back 5 starters from a year ago. McAlester brought back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 starters from last year. Talk about experience. First pitch from Watkins, and that's going to be 5 straight balls from Watkins as that one misses down low again. All the pitches that Watkins has been missing with for the last 4 have been down low, but it's getting closer towards the zone. Runners at first and second with 2 down. 5-2 McAlester leads. This next pitch is going to be a high hit fly ball carrying towards deep left center field. Towards the warning track, it's going to hit off the wall. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score. Bass is going to fire it in, and it will be cut off by Mullins. And that will clear the bases and put Sizemore over at second base. That makes it a 5-4 game on a 2 RBI double by Isaac Sizemore that hit off the wall. Bringing up Jake Craighead. Tying run now over at second base. 2 down, top of the 4th inning. Buffalo's leading by 1, 5-4. Watkins will come set. Back in the box is Craighead. Here's the pitch. Curveball, beauty. Right down Broadway, strike 1. The throw back from Gillespie nearly sailed too far. Dollins was backing him up anyway. Watkins using his vertical. He hauled that one in. Count is 0-1. Gillespie setting up outside. And there'll be a little spin move from Watkins, keeping the runner honest over at second. McAlester leading by 1. They had a 4-run bottom of the third inning. And that's what gave them the lead at the time. They still lead by 1 right now. The 0-1. This will be off speed, catching the zone as well. Strike 2. So with the fastball, he's been missing down low, but he's going back to the off speed on the last couple of pitches, and he's finding the zone with that. I'm looking over here at the first base coach, and he's talking about, his go-to pitch is this curveball. He's showing the movement of the curveball, so coaches over here in the near sideline are telling the batter what to expect. Let's see what Watkins decides to go with. Will he go off speed again? Runner takes off. Here's the pitch. He goes fastball, and it misses down low and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner will take third. Tying run 90 feet away. And Watkins has been struggling with a fastball here as of late. Curveball has been finding the zone. So does that mean his crackhead sitting curveball and reacting to fastball? We'll see. Here's the 1-2. Going to be a chopper. Slowly hit over towards the boat right. He grabs it on the run, fires over to first in time for out number 3. That runner will be stranded over at third base. McAlester still leads, although they gave up 2 runs in the top of the 4th inning. 5-4 the score as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs, whether residential or commercial. First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. For membership information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com.
B&B Outdoor Innovations, LLC is licensed to do weed control and fertilization. We can also clean out your flower beds and plant new flowers plus other landscaping needs. Plus trim your trees and check your drainage systems to stay ahead of the spring storms. We offer commercial and residential services. Public service pros and military get a 10% discount. See us on Facebook and at bnbouttoorinnovations.com. We are insured and a first responder owned and operated business. Call 918-730-1594. We sell firewood.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma, where your McAlester Buffaloes are leading here in the season opener against the Sallisaw Black Diamonds. Here in this non-district matchup, 5-4, and as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. So far, it's looked like this. Sallisaw scored 1 in the top of the 1st. McAlester scored 1 in the bottom of the 2nd. Sallisaw answered back in the top of the 3rd to take the lead. Then McAlester put up a 4 spot in the bottom of the 3rd inning to take the lead 5-3 at the time. 5-2 at the time. And then Sallisaw scored 2 runs in the top of the 4th to cut it to a 1-run deficit for the Black Diamonds. It'll be 9-1-2 up for the McAlester Buffaloes. Cale Prather, Leighton Bass, and Zach Freestad. Sizemore on the bump for the Black Diamonds. First pitch to Prather is going to miss down low and outside, skipping in the turf. Ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Looks like Caden Less now is going to make his way over towards the bullpen. As here comes the 1-0. Fastball will be fouled backwards. Prather barely getting a piece of it there. That'll be 1 ball, 1 strike. Prather, his first time up, struck out looking. That last cut right there by Prather, his first one of the day. The 1-1. Curveball, line drive. It's going to not get over the head of the shortstop. It was a softly hit line drive. The shortstop, Craighead, backs up, makes the grab, and that's out number 1. So that brings up the top of the order, Leighton Bass. He's had 2 hard-hit singles, both up the middle. Outfield is not shifted any way. They're playing average depth, and they're playing average positioning here. Third base is playing off the third base bag, as that's Strine. He's playing in on the infield turf. 2 for 2 on the day is Bass. Here's the pitch. He tries to lay down a bunt. It's going to be foul, barely foul. And that'll be Strike one on Bass. 5-4, McAlester is leading here, bottom of the fourth inning. According to the scoreboard, Sallisaw has had 4 runs on 5 hits and an error. McAlester has had 5 runs on 4 hits and 2 errors. But I only have McAlester at 1. I think they might be counting a ball that maybe got away from the second baseman a little bit as an error. The 0-1. Half-hearted swing by Bass in the turf. That'll be strike 2. So Bass is going to, instead of being deep in the box, he steps up towards the front of it, still crowding the plate. Sizemore comes set, working out the stretch with no one on. The 0-2 pitch. Be another hard hit, ground ball towards the shortstop. Backhanded play by Craighead. Throws over to first, and he came off the bag. He came off the bag. That's going to be an error. That's the reason why you run hard down over to first base, because it puts pressure on the shortstop to make a throw quickly. And if it would have been on the money, like right on the money, there's no way that the first baseman, McHenry, would have came off the bag. But he came off just a tad bit, like about a good half foot, because it was a little bit off to the left. And that is what made Leighton Bass be able to get over to first base. It's going to go down as an E3, I believe. As the first pitch to Freestad, it's going to be popped up, foul territory, left side. That'll be strike 1. Of course, Bass always a threat to steal. Freestad over 2 so far with a pair of strikeouts, 1 looking, 1 swinging. Strine playing in on the infield turf. Freestad back deep in the box, catcher setting up outside. Pickoff over to first, not in time. And Freestad, 7 RBIs last year. He's got a big gap in left center field. Here's the next pitch that's going to miss up high on a curveball. Again, looked like Sizemore didn't get on top of it. Count moves to even at 1 ball and 1 strike. The left fielder, Scavo, right now is kind of crowding that left field line. Outfield has shifted a little bit to the left, but I still say there's a big gap between the left fielder and the center fielder. Big gap among the right field line and the right fielder. Sizemore comes set, and the 1-1 as Bass takes off for second. Line drive, that one's going to stay foul. Down the left field line, stayed foul, and it rolled all the way into the bullpen. Good piece by Freestad, just way out in front. And I'll move it to 1-2. Coach Mullins calling out the plays over there from the third base coaching spot. Bass takes off for second again. This one swung on. It's going to end up falling into the outfield grass. Bass trying to throw over to, or slide over towards second. He kind of caught in between. The way that the right fielder looked like, and the reason why I hesitated, Martin looked like he was actually camped underneath it. I didn't think that ball was going to get far enough to go over towards Martin. It one-hopped over to him, and Bass was thinking, is he about to catch this? So he was kind of in no man's land, and ended up falling in right field, and Bass was able to get over towards second base in time and slide in safely. So that's going to go down as a base hit for Zach Freestad on a bloop single to right field. Martin faked everybody out. So runners at first and second with 1 down brings up Ethan Gillespie. 1 for 1 so far today, was hit by a pitch and has an RBI double. He's got runners at first and second. First pitch to him is a high hit, fly ball, deep left center field, and there's his first dinger of the season. Get up, fly high, be gone. A line drive shot right past the scoreboard in left center field. And that one got out of here in a hurry. 3-run home run for Ethan Gillespie. He hit 7 last year. He hits his first in the season opener. Make that 4 RBIs in the very first game for Ethan Gillespie.
Now batting for your Buffaloes, first baseman, Mr. Gage Mullins.
Kid is a talent. Ethan Gillespie is a fantastic baseball player, and he shows it again. McAlester takes an 8-4 lead here in the bottom of the 4th inning, and that brings up Gage Mullins. Mullins 1 for 2 on the day. His first pitch to him is going to be a curveball that looked like it was way too low, but it's going to Catch the bottom part of the zone according to the home plate umpire. Strike one. Mullins flew out to first and had an RBI double. That was a one-hopper off the wall. The 0-1. This one's going to be fouled out of play and towards the sea of concrete that I like to call the parking lot. And that'll be strike two. Our camera operator for today, Christy Carr, she's probably lucky right now that I told her to move her car because she ended up parking like right by the fence over towards the admission gate, and I told her, you probably want to move that. The 0-2 is going to be a hard-hit ground ball down the third base side. Strine bodies it up, throws over to first, and it will be low but caught by McHenry, and that'll be a 5-3 ground out for two down here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Bringing up Gage Dollins. Christy, I got to tell you something. I don't want you to make the same mistake that Nate Brown made. It was Sunbelt. I believe it was Sunbelt a couple years back, and there was a fly ball that was hit, and it just completely shattered the windshield. It was awful. And the thing was, I don't think it was even his car. Here's a ground ball at the right side. It's going to be mishandled by the first baseman, but he still runs over and touches the first base bag in time. So a 3 unassisted ground out on the first pitch to Gage Dollins will end the bottom of the fourth inning after a 3-run home run by Ethan Gillespie. Extends the McAlester lead to 8-4 now as we head to the top of the fifth inning. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
The Tax Time Savings Event is going on now at Vickers Furniture. Make your tax refund go farther at Vickers. A sofa, love seat, and recliner combo is only $13.28. A dining room set reduced to only $6.88. Save money on all Serta mattresses. Don't forget, 18 months zero interest financing is available. The Tax Time Savings Event at Vickers Furniture, 215 South 2nd, McAlester.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Max's Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on? We can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed and estimates are free. OK Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great season.
We head to the fifth inning as we played 4 full, and we have had someone score in every half inning except for the bottom of the first and the top of the second. It's 8-4, your McAlester Buffaloes lead, and the biggest hit of the day has been a 3-run bomb by Ethan Gillespie. I mean, it was a line drive off the bat, and it got out of here fast. That was a home run in the bottom of the fourth, which brings us to the top of the fifth. Again, Ethan Watkins on the mound. He's pitched an inning and a third so far in relief, as he will come on to start off the top of the fifth inning. Again, Caden Lesnow went to the bullpen to warm up in the previous half inning. So if Watkins gets in any trouble, expect Caden Lesnow to possibly come in. Watkins is going to have to face the heart of the order for the first time today. Batters 3, 4, and 5 up. Brock Strine, Ty McHenry, and Charlie Martin. Working out the stretch with no one on is Ethan Watkins. Brock Strine so far today is 0 for 1. He had an RBI sac fly back in the, I think that was the third inning. First pitch misses up and inside for ball 1. On deck is Ty McHenry. So far today is 2 for 2. The 1-0. Fastball missing low and outside. And excuse my, I know you all are hearing a lot of coughing and everything. I'm dealing with a sinus infection, so still trying to battle off of that. The 2-0 is going to be a grounder over to the second baseman, Boatwright. Fields it cleanly, throws over to first in time for out number 1. This is the second time in my career that I've dealt with a sinus infection, kind of like while I've had to call games. Had to do it before over in Ardmore when it came to a basketball game, and I've been dealing with the sinus infection for like the last 3 days, but we've had games for the last 6 days in a row. 7 out of the last 8 that we've called here on KNED. As here's a high hit fly ball carrying towards deep left field, and that one's going to hit off the very top part of the wall by McHenry. He's got another hit, and this one's going to be another extra base hit. At some point, you just don't pitch to him.
Right fielder, Charlie
He's
Martin.
3 for 3, and like we said last year, was 4 for 6 against the Buffaloes. They just can't get him out. 7 of his last 9 against McAlester. Now he's in scoring position with he's in scoring position with the McAlester Buffaloes leading by 4 here in the top of the 5th inning. 8-4 our score. That brings up Charlie Martin. Martin so far today is 0 for 2. He's flown out to center and grounded out over to second. No lefties in the lineup, so he's another righty. Pickoff over to second is not in time. Quick move there by Watkins on the bump. Eight to 4, top of the 5th. Coming set, Watkins kicks and delivers the pitch. Fastball missing down by the ankles. That'll be ball 1. Sam over at third base playing just a little bit behind the bag. Here's the 1-0. Runner takes off for third. Swing and a miss. Here's the throw over to third. It is in time. That should be at least. Yep, he got him. Couldn't have thrown it any better. And heck of a job by Seth Sam to be able to hang on to that ball. Gillespie pops and fires over to the third base bag, and he threw it right at the foot. If he didn't throw it anywhere else, number 32, Ty McHenry, would have slid around the tag. A perfect throw. Gillespie, according to Prep Baseball Report, has a pop time of 1.97 to 2.07. He showed it off there. The next pitch is going to catch the outside corner. Watkins thought that was strike 3. It's only strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody on base now for the Black Diamonds with 2 down. In the top of the 5th inning, 8-4 the score. McAlester leading. Watkins, the 1-2. Curveball that he did not get on top of. He looks over at his right hand in bewilderment. And that'll move the count to even at 2-2. 2s across the board. Watkins comes set, still looking for the K. Kicks and delivers the pitch. Fastball misses down by the ankles. Count moves from 1-2 to 3-2. Count is full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Watkins comes set. And the 3-2 pitch will skip down in the turf, and that will be a walk. We're on YouTube currently right now. Again, if you're not listening, if you're on the radio side of things and you want to be able to watch it too, we only have the one camera angle that's over here by first base, but we are on YouTube, so if you want to go watch it as well, all home games will be video streamed unless we host a regional. That's OSSAA restrictions on us. But we are on YouTube. Just go over and look up McAlester Radio in the search bar on YouTube, and you'll be able to find our channel, and we are streaming there. So a runner at first base here for the Black Diamonds after the walk to Charlie Martin. Brings up Parker Jackson. And Coach Dixon is going to go speak with Watkins. And the question is he going to stay in, or is that going to be it for him? I think he's just going to speak with him, as we do have Les now make his way back over towards the bullpen to go get warmed up again. So this game brought to you by First Realty, Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, Freedom Ford, Best Western American, B&B Outdoor Innovations LLC, Vickers Furniture, OK Tire and Auto, The Bank and A, Fitton Nissan, HL's Sports Shop, First Family Federal Credit Union, and Whitetail Properties, Sean Wilkerson agent. So, Dixon speaks with Watkins for a little bit. One to calm him down a little bit to get some strikes back in the zone. Gillespie talks with Watkins for a little bit and said something funny. They laugh it off and they go back to their respective positions. Runner at first here for the Black Diamonds here in the top of the 5th inning. McAlester leading 8-4 with 2 down. As up to the plate, again, Parker Jackson. First pitch to Jackson is going to be swung and a miss, strike one. That's actually not Jackson up at the plate. We have a pinch hitter now. It's going to be Nelson now at the plate. And we don't have first names for a lot of these guys. So Nelson now the pinch hitter. Count is 0-1. Watkins comes set. Kicks in, delivers the pitch. Be a fastball that got fouled back into the helmet of Gillespie. Home plate umpire calls time real quick to go give some time in case he got dazed. Count is 0-2. Runner tried having a delayed steal of second base. So as soon as that ball got tipped, it went straight back into the helmet of Gillespie. Watkins trying to get the strikeout. He's had one so far today, and it was against Parker Jackson. Even though he's not batting, it was out of the sixth spot, which is currently where Nelson is batting in place of Jackson. Big gap between third base and shortstop as Dollins is playing a little bit closer towards the second base bag. Watkins, the 0-2. Be a fastball just missing the bottom part of the zone. Gillespie and Seth Sam both thought that was strike three. Sam kind of looking up at the sky saying, ooh, I thought he had it. Count 1-2. Good pitch, though, by Watkins. I don't know how you lay off of that one. Watkins will come set. And the runner takes off for second. The 1-2 is a curveball. That's going to be a softly hit fly ball, and it will be dropping in between Boatwright and Freestad. Throws it over to second base, and Nelson has a pinch hit single, bloop single, that barely got into the Bermuda Triangle. Fell about 3 feet away from Boatwright at second base and about 4 feet in front of Freestad over in right field. And it was a good move by Freestad not to try to dive after it because it was kind of out of range anyway, and if he dives after it, and especially on the turf, that could roll all the way to the wall, and you're looking at a possible inside-the-park home run. So it's a good judgment play by Freestad. Up to the plate is Raleigh Scavo. A little 31 move by Watkins to keep the runners at the corners honest. The tying run is on deck. 7-hole batter up at the plate, Scavo, who's 0 for 2 so far today with an error, reached on an error, and grounded out over to short. First pitch is swung on and missed for strike one. 8-4, McAlester leads. Top of the fifth inning. Trying to get out of the inning after a couple of quick outs that Watkins had. He kicks and delivers as the runner takes off for second. It's going to be defensive indifference as he's just going to take second. Gillespie never paid him any mind. Pitches outside for ball one. Count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Watkins getting his signs from Gillespie. Gives him the nod and comes set with runners at second and third. The 1-1 is a good pitch in there for strike two with the fastball from Watkins. Looks like he's starting to find the zone again with all of his pitches. Watkins will come set. Count at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kicks and delivers the pitch. Fastball will be fouled straight back. Staying alive is Scavo. Eight to 4. McAlester trying to keep it at a 4-run lead. And if they can do so and score 4 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning, they'll win the game. Got to get out of this one first. Watkins kicks and delivers the pitch. Curveball will miss down low. Not a bad pitch either. From my view, it looks like it's got a good 12-6 movement on it. 2s across the board with 2 runners on at second and third. Watkins, another chance at a strikeout, comes set and delivers. The fastball misses low and outside for ball 3. Runners won't take off. There's no runner at first base. Unless they just want to take off, but I don't see any reason why. Watkins trying to working himself out of the jam. On deck is Braxton Lamb, who's 1 for 2 today. He's also the tying run right now. Watkins. The 3-2. Fastball missed outside. That's another walk. And that will load the bases for the Sallisaw Black Diamonds. Tying run now at the plate. 2 down, top of the 5th inning. Braxton Lamb has flown out over to first and singled, a little bloop single over to right field. He's the 8-hole batter today. And we're going to have Coach Dixon once again go speak with Watkins, and that's going to be it for Watkins. All right, so we'll have a call to the bullpen when we come back. McAlester leading 8-4, but the Black Diamonds have the bases loaded with 2 down in the top of the 5th inning. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
If you're considering selling or buying land in Southeast Oklahoma, you need the professionalism of an experienced land specialist. Hi, this is Sean Wilkerson with Whitetail Properties Real Estate, and I would love the chance to earn your trust as your land agent. The Southeast Oklahoma land market is hotter than ever, and I'd be happy to talk with you about why landowners trust me to market and sell their property. If you're thinking about selling ranch, timber, or recreational land, or even a rural home, give me a call for a free, no-obligation evaluation of your property. Call Sean Wilkerson at 918-284-1233 or visit my profile page at whitetailproperties.com.
A penny doesn't get you much these days, but at Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester, your penny goes a long way. Because right now at Patriot, you can get into any vehicle on the lot for just 1 penny down. Let me do that again. 1 penny down. And yes, that includes the 1-ton pickups. Not only that, but if you mention this ad, you'll get $2,500 cash. Only at Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. For membership information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford here in McAlester. It's no secret that new vehicles are hard to come by, and some dealers are charging thousands over MSRP. So you are paying extra just to do business with them. Well, that just doesn't sound right to me. So to take care of our customers, we haven't raised our prices, period. And with over 200 vehicles to choose from, we are bound to have what you are looking for, or we'll order it for you at no extra cost. So come see us here at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in beautiful McAlester and let us make it happen for you.
McAlester, Oklahoma is now Caden Luss now is the new pitcher for your McAlester Buffaloes with the bases loaded and 2 down in the top of the 5th inning. Working out the stretch with the bases loaded is Luss now. McAlester leading 8-4. Braxton Lamb up at the plate, who is 1 for 2 so far today. First pitch to Lamb is a fastball up high for ball 1. McAlester again leading by 4. This call to the bullpen brought to you by Lindley's Paint and Body Shop, your full-service body shop at 1808 South Main Street, McAlester. Watch for our new location on 1328 South Georgia Knight Expressway. The next pitch is in there for strike 1. That evens up the count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Les Now last year in varsity time only pitched in 3 innings, but had a 2.33 ERA with 4 strikeouts, 2 walks, and a 200 batting average against him. The 1-1 is fouled straight back, and that moves the count to 1-2, but that has not meant a lot over the last few batters. McAlester has been able to get 2 strike counts on the last few batters for the Black Diamonds, but they've been able to put up some quality at-bats, stay alive, and draw walks or bloop singles. Black Diamonds have not scored here in the top of the 5th inning, but they have loaded the bases. Count is 1-2, and Les Now trying to get the Buffaloes out of the pickle. Les Now the righty against Lamb the righty. Les Now will come set. Kicks and fires the 1-2. Fastball, it's going to be a short ground ball over towards Boatwright. Has to be quick. Fields it, throws over to first, and what a scoop! He got it! What a scoop by Gage Mullins over at first base. He had to extend over to the right side. Yeah, he's on first base. I've got it right here, right in front of me along the first base line. He extended over to the right side and scooped it while he was laying out. That is out number 3, and that will leave the bases loaded for the McAlester Buffalo, rather for the Sallisaw Black Diamonds. The Buffaloes escape the jam. What a play by Gage Mullins. To take a phrase from the movie Moneyball, he's a picking machine. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. McAlester still leading 8-4 thanks to Gage Mullins. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
Best Western Inn of McAlester. Traveling through McAlester or need accommodations for out-of-town guests? Best Western Inn of McAlester and American Lodge and Suites are both locally owned by the Freestead family for many years. Both offer comfort and convenience at affordable prices. Best Western Inn of McAlester and American Lodge and Suites are located on the 69 Bypass in McAlester.
B&B Outdoor Innovations, LLC is licensed to do weed control and fertilization. We can also clean out your flower beds and plant new flowers plus other landscaping needs. Plus trim your trees and check your drainage systems to stay ahead of the spring storms. We offer commercial and residential services. Public service pros and military get a 10% discount. See us on Facebook and at bnboutdoorinnovations.com. We are insured and a first responder owned and operated business. Call 918-730-1594. We sell firewood.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma. As Caden Lesnow comes in and worked himself out of a jam, there was a softly hit ground ball that went over towards Trent Boatwright. He had to be quick with it, and as he did, threw it too low and too far to the right. But Gage Mullins was able to extend his body and keep his right foot on the bag and pick it at the same time to be able to save some runs from coming across the board and end the threat by the Black Diamonds. We hit the bottom of the 5th inning. McAlester is currently leading 8-4. Jimmy Williams is checking in as well, saying that he was, let me make sure that I don't get this wrong right here. He says, "Go Buffs" from Arkansas. So thank you for tuning in, Jimmy. Coming in to start off the bottom of the 5th inning for the Buffaloes, it'll be Seth Sam as it's batter 6, 7, and 8. First pitch of Sam pops it straight up, but it's going to, I guess, find its way over towards the parking lot. That'll be strike one. So we're looking at the McAlester baseball schedule since our season opener is today. You might be wondering what games are coming up later on. We do have Midwest City. That's going to be Monday here at home in a doubleheader at 5:30 and 7:30. As here comes the 0-1 to Sam. That's going to skip in the turf for ball one. And I want to believe that those are district games because we have district games against Midwest City, Tulsa Rogers later on, Durant, Glenpool, Bishop Kelly, Sapulpa, and Shawnee. I think there's 8 teams in a district, too, so I think that will make 8 teams, including us. The 1-1, be a fastball catching the edge of the zone, outside part of the zone to Sam. But you got a doubleheader with Midwest City, both games here at home on Monday. Then they got Pryor on the road on Thursday. We will not be able to cover that game due to the McAlester Lady Buffaloes basketball team in the state tournament in Norman. The 1-2. We popped up and out of play as well. Count stays at 1-2. Then on that Saturday, March 12th, depending on how the Lady Buffaloes do, we might be covering these games, but we'll be playing them anyway. They got a 3-way with Noble and Silo. First game for the McAlester Buffaloes will be at 10 in the morning and then at 2 p.m. And then they go all the way to Gulf Shores, Alabama for a tournament during spring break. The 1-2. We'll miss outside to even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So only one district matchup, and it'll be a doubleheader with Midwest City on Monday next week. Count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sizemore comes set, and the pitch. The curveball missing down low. Good eye by Sam. Count full at 3-2. Sam has struck out swinging both times he's come up to the plate. Trying to change his fortunes here. Coming set, Sizemore. And the 2-2 pitch. Fastball, staying alive. Fouls it back again. He's now fouled off 3 pitches with 2 strikes on him. Count stays full at 3-2. Boatwright is on deck, and he has walked twice, so he's still yet to have an official at-bat on the season. Sizemore comes set, and the payoff. This one's going to be popped up. Will it stay in playing territory? Chasing after it's McHenry, and McHenry grabs it in foul territory. Again, if it's not a windy day like it is today, that one probably goes into the parking lot. But it brings it back in, and that'll be a pop out for Seth Sam. Still not a bad at-bat, though. He battled for a long time and drove up the pitch count of Sizemore. Now up to the dish comes Trent Boatwright. Again, 0 for 0 today, 2 walks. Boatwright had an on-base percentage last year of .374. Again, if he's going to get a base hit, more often than not, it comes on the first pitch of the at-bat. 40% of his hits last year came on the first pitch of the at-bat. Always a threat to drag bunt. Third baseman Strine knows that he's playing in on the turf. First pitch is going to be a hard-hit ground ball towards the second baseman. It'll be fielded off of a snow cone grab by Jackson. He throws over to McHenry in time for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down go the Buffaloes here, and that brings up Caden Lesnow, who is 1 for 2 so far. Lesnow has grounded out over to short and singled. Eight to 4, your McAlester Buffaloes lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Coming set, Sizemore. Kicks and delivers the pitch. Be a curveball that catches the inside part of the zone, and it fooled Lesnow. Lesnow turned his back to it, showed the number 5 to Sizemore, and it curved back in and caught the inside part of the zone. Strike 1. Wide stance over at the plate for Lesnow. Again, slightly open, playing middle of the home plate. This one will be fouled straight back, and that will put Lesnow behind in the count 0-2. On deck is going to be a pinch hitter. Yeah, I think that's Gannon Mullins that is getting ready to come to the plate. He'd be pinch hitting for Cale Prather. Sizemore comes set, ahead in the count 0-2, the pitch. Be a fastball catching the bottom part of the zone for strike 3, so he gets Lesnow on 3 pitches, and that's quick work for Isaac Sizemore. We head to the top of the 6th inning with your McAlester Buffaloes leading 8-4. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
The Tax Time Savings Event is going on now at Vickers Furniture. Make your tax refund go farther at Vickers. A sofa, love seat, and recliner combo is only $13.28. A dining room set reduced to only $6.88. Save money on all Serta mattresses. Don't forget, 18 months zero interest financing is available. The Tax Time Savings Event at Vickers Furniture, 215 South 2nd, McAlester.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Max's Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on, we can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed and estimates are free. OK Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great season.
I was looking for a bank that actually cared about me, had checking, savings, and loan options that catered to my needs, and was locally owned, because I'm all about keeping my money in our town. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in banking options. The Bank NA, strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to Mike Deek Field, brand new Mike Deek Field. New turf here as we're breaking in the new turf with the brand new season here in 2022. Cole Stevens, it'll be 9-1-2 up for the Black Diamonds. As here's the first pitch from McAllister's Caden Lesnow. Down low for ball 1. Again, 9-1-2, Cole Stevens, Isaac Sizemore, Jake Craighead. So far, Stevens is 0 for 1 with a ground out to third and a walk. Next pitch is going to be another dribbler down the third base line, fielded cleanly by Sam, picks it up, fires way too far off to the left. High and way too far to the left, which will send Stevens to second base, and that'll be another E5.
Stevens race on an error. Back top of the lineup.
I have that as the second error of the day on McAlester. What I think happened there with Sam, he fielded it cleanly, but as he grabbed it, he took a little shovel towards first base. And then he realized, well, he's kind of booking it down the first base line and tried to get rid of it quickly, and it just sailed on him. So I'll put a runner at second base here in the top of the 6th inning with nobody out on the error. And I'll bring up Isaac Sizemore. Sizemore so far is 1 for 2 with an two RBI double and a fly out to short. He has also walked today. First pitch is going to be a grounder right in front of the pitcher. Les now will pick it up, throw over to first. It's high, but it's grabbed by Mullins. Kind of works like a sack bunt. It moves the runner over to third base.
Now batting at second baseman, Jake Craighead.
And now bring up Jake Craighead. 1 on, 1 out, that runner over at third base. Craighead is 1 for 2 as well. He doubled in his first at bat, had a sack bunt in his second plate appearance, and then grounded out over to second. Les now the first pitch of the at bat is a line drive left field. That one's going to two-hop into Cale Prather in left field, and that's going to be maybe a double. They throw it over to second, and he is there in time. Well, he came off the bag, but there was a tumble with Boatwright and the runner, Craighead. Boatwright comes up like he's a little bit hurt, looking at his right wrist, right hand. I think he might have gotten cleated. He's looking at his right hand, and he's kind of shaking it off. Mike Baker is going to go speak with him. That's going to be an RBI double for Jake Craighead. Yeah, Boatwright says he's fine. He's not bleeding or anything, but it's something to do with his right hand. And, of course, that's his throwing hand. So an RBI double for Jake Craighead pulls the Black Diamonds within 3, 8-5 the score. Here in the top of the 6th inning, McAlester leading by 3. They trailed the entirety of the game until the bottom of the 3rd inning when McAlester put up a 4 spot. They have not trailed since or have even been tied. 3-hole up, Brock Strine. Runner at second base with 1 down. The pitch, missing down by the ankles, ball 1. Strine struck out looking in his first time up. Had an RBI sac fly, and then he grounded out over to second. The 1-0. Be a fastball missing low and outside, ball 2. And Buffaloes are leading 8-5. When McAlester comes back up, they'll have the 9-1 2 batters up. Black Diamonds and Buffaloes have been right with each other, it looks like, when it comes to their lineups. Runner takes off for third, pitches high and inside, and that's going to get past Gillespie, or just kind of go in and out of the mitt. And that allows the runner to take third. So count 3-0. McAlester just looking to throw strikes right now. Let your defense work. Les now will come set and deliver the 3-0. Be a fastball right down Broadway, strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike on Brock Strine. Strine last year 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs against the Buffaloes. Les now will come set again and delivers. The 3-1 is going to be a high hit, fly ball towards center field. Bass looks like he gets underneath it. He'll make the catch. That'll be a sac fly as Bass fires it in. And that'll cut the deficit to 2 runs now for the Black Diamonds.
Now batting the first baseman, Mr. Ty McHenry.
So that's his second sac fly of the day for a couple of RBIs. He still has yet to have a hit. And that brings up Ty McHenry, who has had 3 hits today, a pair of doubles, and also a single. And once again, Coach Dixon is going to go speak with Les now. No one warming up in the McAlester bullpen, but again, McHenry has been someone that's nearly hit 2 home runs already today. Well, no one was warming up, but Les now's coming out. Dollins is coming in. So we're going to have another call to the bullpen here when we come back. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
At Fenton Nissan of McAlester, our commitment to service and customer satisfaction is still as strong today as it was in 1950. Over 60 years in the auto industry, and we still believe there is nothing better than best. The best product and the best deal. It's not about how many vehicles we can sell or service. It's about being passionate about customer service and helping others. We're willing to go that extra mile every time, and we love talking with people from all walks of life who have different interests, needs, and expectations. Come see us at 1441 South George Nye Expressway in McAlester.
HL Sports Shop. 20,000 square feet of name brand sporting equipment and clothing. Whatever you need for the great outdoors, we have it. Check out our selection of clothing for men, women, and children. From name brands like North Face and Under Armour, we have all the fishing, archery, and gun supplies you'll ever need. HL Sports Shop is a proud sponsor of Buffalo baseball. Yes, the great outdoors begins at HL Sports Shop, located at 603 Village Boulevard in McAlester.
First Family Federal Credit Union. Savings for all seasons. From the traditional savings account to IRAs, CDs, and money market accounts. We have everything to help you plan for your future. Visit your nearest location or go online at firstfamilyfcu.com for more information. Federally insured by NCUA. First Family Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back to Mike Deek Field here in McAlester, Oklahoma, with nobody on and Ty McHenry up at the plate. We have a new pitcher, and that is Gage Dollins. Dollins last year was 2-1 with in 17 2/3 innings pitched with a 4.75 ERA, had 13 strikeouts to 18 walks, and a .236 batting average against him. This called The Bullpen, brought to you by Lindley's Paint and Body Shop, your full-service body shop at 1808 South Main Street, McAlester. Watch for our new location on 1328 South George Nye Expressway. First pitch into Ty McHenry is going to be a curveball missing low and outside for ball one. Righty on righty matchup. As Dollins goes with the second pitch, and this will miss down low for ball two. That one a little bit more sidearm from Dollins. Les now moves from the mound over to shortstop. And here comes the 2-0 from Dollins, who's working quickly out of the stretch. This one will miss high and outside, ball three. And again, with the success that McHenry has had against McAlester, I don't think you will mind if you end up walking the guy here. The only problem is you do put the tying run at the plate if you do. Counts 3-0 as McAlester is leading 8-6 in the top of the sixth inning. The pitch, sidearm, goes in the zone for strike one. 3 balls, 1 strike. Coming set, Dollins. The 3-1. Will be fouled off, and that will move the count to 3-2. So Dollins trying to end the top of the sixth inning and put the Buffaloes up at the plate, where they're going to have batters 9-1-2 coming up. Dollins getting the signs from Gillespie. He'll come set. Takes a deep breath, and the payoff to McHenry. Fastball, he caught the bottom part of the zone. Got him looking. Strike three. Big time of Gage Dollins to come in and get the K, and that will send us to the bottom of the sixth inning with McAlester leading 8-6. You're listening to McAlester Baseball here on KNED.
I was looking for a bank that actually cared about me, had checking, savings, and loan options that catered to my needs, and was locally owned, because I'm all about keeping my money in our town. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in banking options. The Bank NA, strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Fenton Nissan of McAlester, our commitment to service and customer satisfaction is still as strong today as it was in 1950. Over 60 years in the auto industry, and we still believe there is nothing better than best. The best product and the best deal. It's not about how many vehicles we can sell or service. It's about being passionate about customer service and helping others. We're willing to go that extra mile every time, and we love talking with people from all walks of life who have different interests, needs, and expectations. Come see us at 1441 South George Nye Expressway in McAlester.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma. We're going to have a pinch hitter to start off the bottom of the sixth inning. where your McAlester Buffaloes are leading 8-6 over the Sallisaw Black Diamonds. It'll be Gannon Mullins to lead off the bottom of the 6 for the Buffaloes. Then we're going to go to the top of the order with Leighton Bass, who is so far 2 for 3, but has reached on all 3 times, and Zach Freestad, who is 1 for 3. Gannon Mullins will have his first varsity at bat of the season here, coming in for Cale Prather.
Now batting for your Buffaloes, number 6, Mr. Gannon Mullins. Mullins now batting.
So he digs in. He's going to be playing a little bit up in the box. Once again, another open stance here for the Buffaloes. Righty-on-righty matchup with Sizemore, who came in the bottom of the 3rd inning, and he's been pitching pretty well since, other than a 3-run bomb by Ethan Gillespie. First pitch to Mullins will be a fastball crossing the letters, strike 1. Going to the bullpen right now is number 9, Jackson Lauerman. So the Buffaloes can get 3 outs in the top of the 7th inning without giving up 2 runs. They can call it quits, and they will be 1-0 to start off the season. Count is 0-1, nobody out, nobody on. Bottom of the 6th, Buffaloes lead 8-6. The next pitch will be skipping in front of the plate to the backstop to move the count to even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Once again, McAllister's been able to score these runs without one of their top batters from last year, Bryson Martin. Again, he just came off of the basketball season late yesterday, as they played in the late game 2 hours away over in Cleveland. He batted .425 last year, led the team. The 1-1 pitch will be fouled straight back, and that'll move the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Counts 1-2, nobody out. Mullins digs in, a little bit of a relaxed stance for the righty. Sizemore comes set. And the 1-2. Will be swung on and missed, strike 3 on the curveball. And that was kind of weird because, okay, so the wind has been blowing towards one direction all day, which has brought a lot of leaves up on the fence. And then the wind reversed direction, and it blew all the leaves off that fence and into playing territory, like right when that pitch was thrown. I don't know if that messed with Gannon at all in his peripherals, but it could have. Out number 1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning, nobody on. Leighton Bass up at the plate, top of the order. First pitch, be a fastball down in the middle, strike 1. Again, playing off the third base bag is Strime, but again, Bass knows how to slap it down the third base line too. I mean, he can hit it to any part of the field. He's really good at it. So I would not shift on him at all. The 0-1. This will be checked at. He did not go around. Missed up high and outside. Counts evened up at 1 ball and 1 strike. We also got 1 out on the Buffs here in the bottom of the 6th inning, with the Buffaloes leading 8-6. Coming set, Sizemore. Here's the 1-1. Be a hard hit ground ball right side, fielded cleanly by the second baseman Jackson. Goes over to first, and he nearly threw it away. But this time, McHenry stayed on the bag, as opposed to the last time that Bass hit a ground ball where he came off. So a 4-3 ground out, and 2 up, 2 down go the Buffaloes, and that brings up Zach Freestad. Freestad is 1 for 3 today. He struck out in his first 2 plate appearances, but then had a little bloop single off over to right field. Again, wind still howling to deep left center field. Outfield shifted to the left. The first pitch to Freestad. He's out in front on the curveball, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Sizemore comes set and delivers the 0-1. This will be a fastball down the middle, strike 2. Sizemore has been, like I said, other than 1 pitch, excellent against the Buffaloes since he came in. That 1 pitch was a 3-run bomb by Gillespie. Count 0-2. The pitch from Sizemore going to be fouled off by Freestad. Count stays at 0-2. On deck is Ethan Gillespie. So far today, 2 for 2 with 4 RBIs. Count 0-2, Freestad trying to stay alive. Pitch from Sizemore, fastball up high. Above the interlocking MB, along the top left part of the chest of the jersey. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sizemore will come set once again and get nobody on for the Buffs. 1-2. Curveball that found the zone for strike 3. 6 up, 6 down in the last 2 innings for the Buffaloes, as that will send us to the top of the 7th with McAlester trying to put this one away. 8-6, McAlester leading by 2. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
If you're considering selling or buying land in Southeast Oklahoma, you need the professionalism of an experienced land specialist. Hi, this is Sean Wilkerson with Whitetail Properties Real Estate, and I would love the chance to earn your trust as your land agent. The Southeast Oklahoma land market is hotter than ever, and I'd be happy to talk with you about why landowners trust me to market and sell their property. If you're thinking about selling ranch, timber, or recreational land, or even a rural home, give me a call for a free, no-obligation evaluation of your property. Call Sean Wilkerson at 918-284-1233 or visit my profile page at whitetailproperties.com.
A penny doesn't get you much these days, but at Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester, your penny goes a long way. Because right now at Patriot, you can get into any vehicle on the lot for just 1 penny down. Let me do that again. 1 penny down. And yes, that includes the 1-ton pickups. Not only that, but if you mention this ad, you'll get $2,500 cash. Only at Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. For membership information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com.
We head to the top of the 7th inning where Gage Dawlins is trying to complete the 4-out save. He had the only save for the McAlester Buffaloes last year, trying to get one here today in the season opener. Top of the 7th inning, McAlester is leading 8-6. Up at the plate will be the 5, 6, 7-hole batters, Charlie Martin, Nelson, and Riley Scavo. Between the 3 of them, they are 1 for 4. With the only hit coming from the pinch hitter, Nelson. We have Coach Mullins speaking with the home plate umpire. Who are trying to figure out what's going on. So they're both looking at their sheets. Okay, I think we're going to be good to go. All right, so about to start off the top of the 7th inning. Dawlins comes set. And the first pitch to Martin, it's going to be a high hit fly ball. Center field. Bass doesn't even have to move. He will make the catch for out number 1. That's what you call being efficient. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. And that brings up Nelson, who had a single his last time up.
Now batting, Mr. Nelson.
8-6 our score. The pitch can be a grounder. Left side, Les now coming in to grab it. He will throw over to first in time for out number 2. Talk about being efficient. 2 pitches, 2 outs. And just like that, McAlester is 1 out away from taking the season opener. And that'll bring up to the plate the 7-hole hitter, the left fielder, number 10, Riley Scavo. Scavo has reached base safely twice, but he's 0 for 2. He has reached on an error, grounded out over to short, and walked. First pitch. Be a fastball missing low and outside for ball 1. One thing you don't want to do is you don't want to get back to the top of the order. They have a lot of strength there with Isaac Sizemore, Craighead, Strine, McHenry. You want to make sure that you get them out here in the bottom. Here's a grounder first base side, and it should do it. Mullins fields it cleanly, steps on first, and that will do it. Ladies and gentlemen, Buffalo fans far and wide, grab that brush and paint that win column black and gold. McAlester takes the season opener 8-6 over the Sallisaw Black Diamonds. When we come back, we'll have your post-game stats, and that's all going to be brought to you by Consignment Exchange. Here in a moment, you're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
B&B Outdoor Innovations, LLC is licensed to do weed control and fertilization. We can also clean out your flower beds and plant new flowers plus other landscaping needs. Plus trim your trees and check your drainage systems to stay ahead of the spring storms. We offer commercial and residential services. Public service pros and military get a 10% discount. See us on Facebook and at bnbouttdoorinnovations.com. We are insured and a first responder owned and operated business. Call 918-730-1594. We sell firewood.
The Tax Time Savings Event is going on now at Vickers Furniture. Make your tax refund go farther at Vickers. A sofa, love seat, and recliner combo is only $13.28. A dining room set reduced to only $6.88. Save money on all Serta mattresses. Don't forget, 18 months zero interest financing is available. The Tax Time Savings Event at Vickers Furniture, 215 South 2nd, McAlester.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Maxxis Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on? We can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed and estimates are free. OK Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great season.
I was looking for a bank that actually cared about me, had checking, savings, and loan options that catered to my needs, and was locally owned, because I'm all about keeping my money in our town. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in banking options. The Bank NA, strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Fenton Nissan of McAlester, our commitment to service and customer satisfaction is still as strong today as it was in 1950. Over 60 years in the auto industry, and we still believe there is nothing better than best. The best product and the best deal. It's not about how many vehicles we can sell or service. It's about being passionate about customer service and helping others. We're willing to go that extra mile every time, and we love talking with people from all walks of life who have different interests, needs, and expectations. Come see us at 1441 South George Nye Expressway in McAlester.
HL Sports Shop. 20,000 square feet of name brand sporting equipment and clothing. Whatever you need for the great outdoors, we have it. Check out our selection of clothing for men, women, and children. From name brands like North Face and Under Armour. We have all the fishing, archery, and gun supplies you'll ever need. HL Sports Shop is a proud sponsor of Buffalo Baseball. Yes, the great outdoors begins at HL Sports Shop, located at 603 Village Boulevard in McAlester.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma. I'm Brandon Green, here bringing you McAlester Baseball. In the season opener, your McAlester Buffaloes take the win over the Sallisaw Black Diamonds 8-6. They trailed in the first few innings, but then they took the lead and never looked back. Let's go ahead and look at your postgame stats, brought to you by Consignment Exchange on Highway 69 South in McAlester. They'll save you hundreds on new beds. See them for new and gently used furniture, plus U-Haul rentals and storage units. Visit them at consignmentexchange.com. All right, let's start with the visiting team, the Sallisaw Black Diamonds. They had two pitchers today, Brock Strine and Isaac Sizemore. Strine ends up getting the loss today. Looking at the 1 through 9, Sizemore went 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Jake Craig had went 2 for 3 with an RBI. Brock Strine went 0 for 2 with 2 RBIs off of 2 sac flies. Ty McHenry, 3 for 4. Charlie Martin, 0 for 3. Parker Jackson, 0 for 2. His pinch hitter, Nelson, went 1 for 2. Scalvo, 0 for 3. Braxton Lamb, 1 for 3. Cole Stevens, 0 for 2. The Black Diamonds had 8 hits. They struck out 9 batters. They walked 4 or hit 4, and they had 2 errors in today's game. For your McAlester Buffaloes, 1 through 9, Leighton Bass went 2 for 4 today. Zach Freestad, 1 for 4. Ethan Gillespie, 2 for 2 with a 3-run home run and 4 RBIs together, as he had the RBI double as well earlier in the game. Gage Mullins went 1 for 3 with an RBI off of another RBI double. Gage Dollins, 0 for 2. Seth Sam went 0 for 3. Trent Boatwright, 0 for 1. Caden Lesnow 1 for 3. Kel Prather went 0 for 2, and his pinch hitter, Gannon Mullins, went 0 for 1. It was a combined effort today. Kel Prather was the starter, but I believe Ethan Watkins got the win. I'll have to check that out, but I believe he got the win. I can't quite remember if he came in when McAlester had the lead or if they were still trailing. Caden Lesnow also pitched today, and Gage Dollins ended up getting the save, a 4-out save for Gage Dollins. And that ends up making it, again, final 8-6. McAlester had 7 hits. They struck out 3 batters, walked or hit 4, and had 2 errors today. So a good start for the McAlester baseball season here in 2022. They finally beat a team that's had the number over the last few years, the Sallisaw Black Diamonds, and they beat them 8-6. So it's a good start to the season, and it's a good momentum swing to get them closer towards district play that begins just 2 days from today against Midwest City in a doubleheader. Those games will be at 5:30 and 7:30, both here in McAlester. So we're going to be having late night baseball coming your way from Mike Deek Field on Monday. And again, next week looks like this for McAlester baseball. They'll have Midwest City, like we said, the doubleheader on Monday here at home. They travel to Pryor on Thursday. I don't believe that we're going to be able to call that game because we're going to be over in Norman for the McAlester Lady Buffaloes state tournament. And also on Saturday, they'll have a 3-way with Noble and Silo. So a doubleheader really for them, but they're going to be playing those 2 different teams. Buffs will play at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., and depending on how the state tournament goes, we may or may not call those games as well. So make sure that you're following us on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio to be able to keep up with everything McAlester baseball, McAlester basketball, McAlester football. We try to keep up with the other McAlester athletics as much as we can, but we appreciate you guys for joining us today, as once again our final score was 8-6. Your McAlester Buffaloes win. This game has been brought to you by First Realty, Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of McAlester, Freedom Ford, Best Western American, B&B Outdoor Innovations, LLC, Vigorous Furniture, OK Tire and Auto, Bank & A, Fenton Nissan, HL Sports Shop, First Family Federal Credit Union, and Whitetail Properties, Sean Wilkerson, agent. Again, one final time for Mike Deek Field in McAlester, Oklahoma. Big thank you first to our board operator for today, Todd Allen, and our camera operator for today, Christy Carr. Excellent as always, both of y'all. One final time for Mike Deek Field in McAlester, Oklahoma. McAlester 8 and Sallisaw 6. Until Monday, when we have the doubleheader with Midwest City, this is Brandon Green saying, Buffaloes win. And don't just have a great night. Have a Buffalo.